I find last couple of games we've been getting caught in our own zone. So if we get smooth in the neutral zone and get pucks deep, I think we'll have a good chance here tonight.
Game time is set for 7 p.m. at Veterans Memorial Arena. Tickets available at the arena box office and online at jacksicemen.com and at ticketmaster.com. It's the Icemen and the Everblades. Come on out and feel the freeze.
Alex, thank you so much, and we are ready for hockey. Jacksonville in their home gray unis with the aviator blue trim, and for the Florida Everblades, a very aggressive Kelly green with blue pants, blue trim, white numerals. Starting in goal for the Icemen, of course, it's going to be Adam Carlson. 17, 15, 2, and 1 is his record. Goals against average of 3.18, save percentage of 89.4%. For Florida, as is the team. Cam Johnson is red hot right now, up to 13-5 on the year. 2.30 goals against average, save percentage 92.7%, and he is actually, I feel like, taking over the #1 role from Florida away from Ken Appleby, even though Appleby's played twice as many games as Johnson this year.
Yeah, you know, it seems as if they were going on a rotation between the two. They've got a great 1-2 punch in net, the Everblades do, and of course Johnson coming off the big game in which he stopped 36 of 37 shots in a game in which I thought the Icemen did a pretty good job at times. They were outworking Florida, definitely outchanced him and outshot him, but Johnson was a key factor in the big win for the Everblades on Wednesday.
We are underway. Puck is in the neutral zone, and the Everblades have it. They will backhand it in behind Jacksonville's cage. Dejan Mingo takes a hit in order to flip it around the wall for Chase Lang. Lang tries to spin away from a man, finds an open Luke Shiplow up the left wing side. Jacksonville will backhand into the zone, but this will be icing against the Icemen, and the clock stops just 33 seconds into this game. Jacksonville, of course, coached by head coach Jason Christie, who just had a pretty interesting and busy day yesterday. If you are just joining us, or if you're not following every single move of the Icemen, which you should be, Jacksonville made a big trade on trading deadline day yesterday, trading their captain Emerson Clark off to the Toledo Walleye in exchange for Alex Crom and future considerations. We'll touch on that maybe during the intermission, or if we have time during game. But for now, we can just tell you that Emerson Clark has been traded to the Toledo Walleye. And the Icemen, without a captain, at least for the time being, not sure if they will name one or not for the final month or so of the regular season. Derek Angeli for the Everblades redirects into the Jacksonville zone. It is Hayden Shaw with an outlet pass. That's picked off by Angeli and held in. Angeli for Hunter Brinker. Hunter Brinker tries to spin away from Everett Clark. That is Emerson's brother. He is back from injured reserve, so the Icemen lose one Clark and gain another tonight as the Icemen play it back into Florida territory. No icing here as Fortunato tries to play it away from Brendan Warren, comes up the right wing boards, and a 3-on-2 develops for the Blades. Hunter Brinker over the blue line, goes cross ice for Angeli. What a big hit from Jacksonville's Hayden Shaw to separate him from the puck, and it comes free for Brendan Warren. Warren for Rabbit, picked off by Florida at the blue line. Joe Pendenza slides it over to the blue line for Coper. Jacob Cederholm beats him to it, plays it around the wall for Rabbit. Rabbit up the boards for Brendan Warren. It's out of his reach, and the Everblades have it at their own line. Long outlet pass. That goes by everybody, and icing will be called against Jacksonville. So while we have a minute and it's early on, 18-11 to go in the first, let's touch on both the Clark brothers. One gone in Emerson Clark and one back in Everett Clark. But really, it's all about that trade and Jacksonville giving up their captain to the Toledo Walleye.
Well, there was a lot of interest in Emerson Clark yesterday. There was a couple teams interested in him, and the Icemen are making negotiations and finally made a deal with Toledo. And I think for Emerson Clark, it wasn't an easy decision for Coach Christie, but having a long history with Emerson, even back in his days in Tulsa and throughout his career. But I think, you look at Emerson, the Icemen are going to get a really good player in Alex Crom. You won't see him tonight, probably see him tomorrow. Not to mention another player will be coming in later. And Emerson goes to a really good situation in Toledo, and he'll be a guy that's going to be a big force for them as they try to make a playoff push.
It's the Icemen playing in behind the net of Johnson. Johnson slides it to the right wing side for Jake Clifford, a newcomer for Florida. The Everblades, even though they have been white hot as the puck goes high off the glass and about, I'd say, maybe 15 feet in the air and comes back to Cam Johnson, who had to turn around with his body facing the net to make that pop fly catch, and a face-off in the Everblade zone. So despite the fact that Florida's losing guys left and right to the American Hockey League, they just come in with another line, another defensive pair. Seems like they've got like 5 lines that could all generate offense.
I don't think there's a team that's deeper in the league right now than the Everblades, and it's crazy. I kind of say this is their B team, their JV team, with all the guys they have called up right now. But this JV team is as good as they are. They continue to win here, Arlie, and they've won 5 in a row. And as you pointed out, 20 out of their last 23 games. Is that correct? I mean, it's simply incredible. This team is deep, and it'd be interesting to see what happens when all those guys come back. They're going to have a lot of talent on this roster, and they already do, and they continue to fill holes, and guys buy into this system pretty quickly.
Yeah, the Everblades 20 wins, 2 losses, 1 overtime loss in their last 23. The Icemen have gave them battles, but they have not produced results from it. And that is just the unfortunate part, but it's part of why Florida is such an excellent hockey team and have been for several years. Play is into the Jacksonville zone as we resume action. It is Luke Shiplow with Reed Jackman right on his hip, but Shiplow plays it ahead. Comes to the right wing for Dejan Mingo. Mingo starts it for Albert. Albert back for Mingo. Offside will be called. Albert may have been better served feeding that to the left wing side for Chase Lang. Looked like he had a step, elected to go to Mingo, and I think that pass in itself is what threw the timing off.
It did, because Mingo's a little bit behind the play there, and that's what forced it. Lang, as you mentioned, he was already ahead. He had a little bit more speed, a little bit more jump in there on the rush that time, and he was able to get across the line a little bit too soon that time and end up being the offside whistle here. So you're right there. The better option might have been over there on the left side, but again, that Mingo was open as well and was the closer option for Albert in that situation, and he decided to go there.
Everett Clark back onto the ice. He's going to center this line with Brendan Warren and Wasey Rabbit, taking the center spot on the number 2 line for Jacksonville. He's missed a lot of time due to injury as the Everblades try to skate out of their own end. They will, in the form of Michael Hunterbrinker. Gaining the red line, then the blue. Offside will be called. It was Angeli in ahead, maybe even Hunter Garland in ahead on the right wing side. As you addressed in your game day preview, Hunter Garland on fire for the Everblades. And that's the kind of guy where maybe 2 months ago, he was a 3rd line forward for them.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, 6 guys get called up to the American League. No problem. Hunter, you want to take top line? Yeah, I got you, coach. Player of the month.
Player of the month, yeah, 19 points. Just edge out the Iceman's Chase Lang, who had 18. But again, you're right, 19-point month of February for Garland. And Garland against the Jacksonville Icemen this year, 12 points in 10 games. They had the 4-point game along with his line mate, Michael Hunterbrinker, who's also one of those guys that stepped up. Arlie, guys like John McCarron, Blake Winicky, Logan Rowe, Zach Magwood, just to name a few.
Cam McLeese.
Yeah, Cam McLeese. These are all guys that are up in the American Hockey League. Patrick McCarron. I mean, they got so many guys up there right now, but it doesn't seem to matter. That it's really always a situation where it's the next man up. Who's going to step up to the plate? And Brad Ralph has had this line, especially with Hunterbrinker and along with Garland, step up as well. And then Derek Angeli fitting into the lineup as well, one of the new additions.
Angeli, a nice compliment for these guys at 6'3", formerly of the Norfolk Admirals, among other places. It was the Admirals who traded him to Florida, even though he never did dress for the Admirals this year. Fortunato back in his own end for the Blades. Drops it for Soul. Back for Fortunato, and then it's Garland gaining the red line before forehanding it in off the wall. Carlson whipping it around the glass. Handled beautifully by Jacksonville, leading ahead. Comes free for Hayden Shaw. Shaw over the line. Wrist shot is blocked in front. It went off the leg of Adam Smith, and it comes free for Garland. But a nice rush there from Jacksonville. Just over 4 minutes gone by. We have a grand total of 1 shot on goal. The Everblades have it, and I don't even recall it, to be honest. Not threatening in any stretch of the imagination. The Icemen drive it off the wall, goes by everybody. Icing will be called. Smith got there ahead of Dowda. It will be icing against Jacksonville with 15:34 to go in what has been a uneventful start to this contest. But Jacksonville wants this game to be extremely eventful for them. They need it. Game 1 of a 5-game homestand, and the way things are going right now, based on the Icemen coming in with a 3-game losing streak, they have to start their run immediately, and that includes beating excellent teams like Florida tonight.
Well, just a few weeks ago when they were, maybe just as close as 5-6 points out, when they got that close, and we were looking at it and talking about this team, and they were going to have to go on a little bit of a run, and that meant beating the Everblades at least a couple times, and they've yet to do that. They've come close. Florida stealing one with about 22 seconds left a couple of weeks ago, and then of course a well-played game by the Icemen on Wednesday, but it just unable to work it out in their favor.
We're going to have a penalty call against Florida. It's going to be on Justin Auger. Hooking is the call, and a power play for the Icemen. A Darley's Plumbing power play. Jacob Cederholm was tied up with Auger, and Cederholm just couldn't get away. Auger just had his stick right in his armpit and just kept tugging at him and tugging at him. Referee Cameron Fleming tried to let it go, but at some point he had no choice but to raise the hand and call it for a penalty against Auger.
Yeah, I mean, it was an obvious call. It doesn't get any more easier than that for the official who was right there, and Auger definitely with the little tug that brought the big guy down. I think what Auger was kind of lobbying for was the fact that maybe Cederholm was kind of holding on to it or maybe embellished it a little bit, but hey, he only pulled 3 or 4 times before finally bringing him down on the 4th. That was an easy call.
Oh, wait a minute. They are calling embellishment.
Well, there it is. Yeah, they're going to call.
Wow.
And they went.
Cederholm into the box also. I'm shocked at that.
Yeah, they went and grabbed him, picked him off the bench, said, you got to come over here. You're going as well. So either going to get him on the embellishment or going to say maybe he was holding the stick. We'll see what they rule here. Sometimes those guys can squeeze their arm and kind of pin it and kind of mask the fact they're holding it. But we'll see how they just score this one.
So 4-on-4 on the ice. Even strength, but not full strength. The Everblades with the puck in the offensive zone. Carlson makes a save on the backhander off the stick of Shepard. And it is going to be the Icemen playing it ahead. It comes free for Albert. 1-on-1. Coming into the play is Mingo. Drop pass, Mingo with a drive, and a save is made by Johnson. What a feed from John Albert. I don't know how he had the vision to see Dejan Mingo all the way behind as the trailer, but somehow he spotted him, and he floated a gorgeous saucer pass to him. Johnson just there for the stop.
Well, that was just good hockey sense there by Albert. And Albert came in on the wing. He did take one look back, saw that Mingo was, streaking in, didn't know if he was going to get there, and it was just a perfect little touch pass just to lob it out there and let Mingo catch up to it. Mingo got a good shot off, but then once again Johnson coming up with the save. And with the first shot, a pretty testing one there, I must say. But Johnson up to the task as he was on Wednesday. And again, the Icemen outchanced the Everblades on Wednesday. It still didn't matter because Johnson was just standing on his head.
Now it's the Icemen trying to out-hustle Florida. They steal the puck in the offensive zone. Excellent work by Brendan Warren and Chase Lang. Lang shields the puck away from Soul and keeps the play in the zone. It is Lang looking for a drop pass. Comes all the way to the circle, spins away from Soul. Turns it back and feeds it for Hayden Shaw at the left circle. Wrist shot in the screen, blocked in front. Comes free for Warren, cannot get the shot away. It comes to the near side boards, and the Everblades fortunate to work it into the corner, away from Chase Lang. Lang takes a bump as Soul feeds it up the left wing side. It's picked off there by Jacksonville. Lynch by himself, tapping it into the zone. A nice shift there from the Icemen, especially Chase Lang and Brendan Warren. Still 4-on-4 for 46 seconds as the Everblades take it into the offensive zone. Luke Shiplow rubs his man out on the play, and the Icemen will skate out of their end with Wasey Rabbit. Up the right side, it is Mingo over the blue line. Sharp angle shot, save made by Johnson. No rebound as Dejan Mingo gets his second opportunity in as many shifts.
Another good shot, little rush. It was a tough angled shot, but get it to net, good things will happen. And that time, it did not happen. There wasn't nothing good happened there. It was a good save by Johnson, but you won't know unless you throw it that way. And Mingo's been the guy who's been the recipient of a couple goals from tough angles, just throwing it there and finding a hole or just banking off the goalie in a weird way, and it's gone in for some goals for him. So he took that shot. It was really just about his only option at that point, as the Icemen were also getting some fresh legs out there.
Florida wins this draw. Shepard up the right wing for Garland. Watch out for Garland in this situation with a lot of speed and a little open ice out there in the 4-on-4 play. Iceman with a steal. It's a possible breakaway. Coming in is Mike Hedden, in alone on Johnson. Backhander. Score! Icemen up 1-0 on the breakaway goal from Mike Hedden.
Boy, when you are hot, you are hot. Mike Hedden again finishing off this opportunity. That is now 8 goals in the last 10 games for Hedden, and he makes the play up high. And this time it's the Icemen opportunistic, taking advantage of a turnover there by the Everblades, and Hedden finishing it off on the breakaway. And an excellent play there as he kind of came in, a little deep move and just a soft touch just to get it just past the skate of the outstretched leg there of Johnson. But a big start for the Icemen, and this is a team that feeds off good starts. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Love the deke there from Mike Hedden, going from forehand to backhand, making sure that Johnson kind of overcommits to the backhand move, and then slipping it through the 5-hole for that goal. Excellent work from Mike Hedden on the unassisted goal. He stole the puck at his own blue line, and love the wheels from the veteran player as well to extend that breakaway. A slower guy maybe would have been caught, not Hedden in that situation, and he came from basically a standstill and accelerated past the defense.
He did. I thought they were going to close the gap on him, and for a minute I thought that was going to be the case, but next thing you know, he just started to pull away and get the separation and created enough time for him to make that deke move, which was so key in him slipping that one past Johnson. And again, Mike Hedden, what can you say right now? He has been scoring here at will, and a big goal here, again, his 9th in the last 10 games. Mike Hedden's been pouring it on.
That was a 4-on-4 goal for Jacksonville. I like the Icemen in that situation. They're typically the speedier team, and it paid off in that situation in spades with Mike Hedden as the Icemen now break out of their end once more, this time with Dowda. He'll backhand it in cross corner. Hustling after it is Hayden Shaw. The defenseman is in tight, and he gets the puck free for Dowda. Dowda for Craig Martin, feeding it to the blue line. Wrister there, deflected just wide. Getting a piece of it there was Shaw along the way as the Icemen try to keep the puck in the offensive end. Smith hustles after it for the Everblades. Shovels it up the wall, held in by the Icemen. Flip pass to the blue line. It is Cedarholm with a wrister. Deflection! Save is made by Johnson. Martin got it along the way. 2 deflections just missing, making it a 2-0 lead. One goes just wide and the other Johnson there for the save. The Icemen feeling awful good about their game right now as Ian McKinnon has it at his own line. Lead pass ahead for Martin. Martin over the blue line, he's by himself, tries to shovel it in, but it goes over the glass and into the corner of the seats where we will have a stoppage in play. But an excellent start for the Icemen here as Mike Hedden has an unassisted breakaway goal. It's 1-0 Jacksonville with 12:02 to go in the first. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 32nd season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; A&R Sports, official hockey accessory supplier; Athletic Knit, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2020 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; Handbid, the official mobile auction app; Honig's, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, official puck provider; The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; Ticket Galaxy, official ticket resale partner; and Warrior, official on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.tv.
Harley Johnson along with Alex Reed. Nice start for the Icemen tonight as they lead 1-0 over the Florida Everblades. A 4-on-4 goal for Mike Hedden, unassisted breakaway. Puck is in the neutral zone. Mingo taps it away for Clark. Wasey Rabbit trying to jam it loose. Clark is jamming it Michael Neville right now with his stick as the Icemen pry it loose. It is Shiplow from the red line. Rimming it around, chasing after it is Wasey Rabbit, taps it underneath for Everett Clark. Clark tries to stick handle away from Cody Soul, works it free to the line for Shiplow. Wrister in a screen, that's deflected wide. Comes free for Soul, around the boards, comes to the line. Mingo holds it in for Jacksonville. They'll just toss it into an open corner, and that is where Florida will knock it out to center. The Icemen right back into the zone. Good outlet pass. Warren with a wrister. Save is made. Rebound cleared into the corner by Soul, but the Icemen get it back. Mingo tries to drop it for Warren. That is picked off, and the Everblades skate in transition. It's Hunter Brinker waiting for a trailer, spinning away from Albert. Hunter Brinker pivots on him again, drops it to the line, goes by everybody, and it ends up back in Everblade territory. Excellent work there from the Icemen defensively, John Albert especially, on Hunter Brinker. Puck is at center ice, Hayden Shaw looking for Hedden. Hedden up the line for Lang. They are onside. Shepard tries to flip it ahead, finds Hunter Brinker, who taps it forward for Hunter Garland. Garland rimming it in. Comes behind the Jacksonville net. First on it is Chase Harrison around the wall. Gonna go by everybody. If it reaches the goal line, they'll call it icing. It does. Just trickles over the line, but it will be an icing call against Jacksonville with 10:22 to go in the first period. And I like what I'm seeing out of Jacksonville here, out shooting Florida now 5-2, and the Everblades actually had the first 2 shots of this game, so 5 in a row here for Jacksonville. I think that 4-on-4 really helped them, aside from the goal itself.
Well, yeah, I think they were able to kind of get a little bit momentum here, just get the puck working around and find their stride. And I think, and of course, it led to that chance, and I think they've been okay so far. Again, it's a long way to go here early, but again, the first 10 minutes of the game, the Icemen not only have, let's say, survived it, I think they've controlled it, and they've grabbed the 1-0 lead.
Now you just have to do it for 60 minutes. You need that kind of effort against Florida.
That you do.
Hunter Brinker spilled on the play. He might have actually kind of dove a little bit. No call from Fleming. Will play on. Wrister from the Everblades. That's deflected wide by Garland. Comes behind the net for Chris Leidsman. Leidsman ahead for Lang. Puck goes out of play. Went off the netting. But we're playing on. None of the officials caught it. The Icemen have the puck. It's not an issue as Jacksonville plays it up the right wing side and McKinnon plays it in. But it clearly caught the netting there. Actually, it's probably a benefit to the Icemen when it's all said and done. It would have been a defensive zone draw. Instead, it's Florida gaining the blue line. They'll backhand it into the corner for Koper. Levko Koper bumped off the puck by Hedden. Or rather, it's Leidsman, I believe. Leidsman for Dauda. Deeks around one man, taps it into the corner to the left of Johnson. Another big hit there from Ian McKinnon. What else is new? As the Icemen are unable to keep it in the zone. Levko Koper by himself with Shiplow defending. Shiplow takes him off the puck and it comes right behind the net. Save made by Carlson. It was a beauty. Rebound for Mingo, who backhands it ahead for McKinnon. McKinnon can't clear it out the first time, but Bobby Lynch is there to help him out. And now it's Lynch over the blue line. Beats a man wide and Cody Soul. That's not an easy man to get around, but he did. Everblades around the boards. It goes off the stick of Shiplow and redirect back into the Jacksonville end. It's Mingo from center ice. Touch pass for Warren, eludes him. Comes loose for the Blades. Cody Soul behind his own net for Brendan Fortunato. Fortunato for Soul, giving it up to Jacksonville at center ice. Mingo drifting into his own end. Goes cross ice for Rabbit. He'll deflect in behind the net of Johnson. Johnson will try and play it himself, stepping in and nearly taking it away from him was Warren. Michael Neville fortunate to get it out to center ice, and Jacksonville will complete a line change. Warren and Rabbit head to the bench. Chase Lang along with Mike Hedden coming in. 8:07 to go in the first period. It is 1-0 Jacksonville. Neville slams it around the wall. Carlson stays in his crease. Jacksonville first on the puck. If Jacksonville can break out of their zone cleanly with regularity tonight, I would like their chances. They do get out to center ice here, but it's knocked out of the air with a high stick by the Everblades. That will be called. High stick infraction against Florida. The Icemen, I think, where they struggle maybe more than anything, 2 things that come to mind for where they've really struggled on the ice this year. Shorthanded goals allowed. Let's start with that one. And the second is breaking out of their own end. They've really struggled with those things. But when they are on, that's when you know that that team is playing well. And Jacksonville, I think, so far has looked pretty good coming out of their own end. And they've neutralized that forecheck of the Everblades.
Yeah, they're definitely a team that they play better with the lead, and they get more confident as the game goes on when they can grab a lead. And when they can establish that breakout and control the puck, you can just see it build. The guys just start feeling it, and when they can gel as a team, there's been some teams. South Carolina learned that one day. A lot of teams have when the Icemen are on and just clicking and in sync.
Good feed from Albert to the blue line. Hedden tries to redirect on net. It was a beautiful shot pass by Chase Harrison. Had the right idea, but Hedden not able to redirect it on goal. I think it was deflected by an Everblade, actually. but Hedden taps Chase Harrison on the shin pads because he knows that was a beautiful play.
Yeah, it was. And you know what? If I'm going to go down low and pass it to somebody and Mike Hedden's there, that's where I'm going right now. I mean, he's been red hot. And he was there, and there was an opening there on the short side. But again, a stick got in the way there. Good defensive effort. Was able to deflect that out and really not allow Hedden to get much on that one like he would have liked.
Face-off is to the left of Johnson. It is won by Florida. Clark pins his body up against the glass to keep it in play. Well done. Everblades get it back. Clark with another steal, keeping it in the zone. To the right for Rabbit. Rabbit tries to drop it underneath for Clark. Stolen there by Florida. Good hustle, though, from Everett Clark in his return to action. Florida gains the blue line, trying to move it the other direction. Hayden Shaw is double teamed, got to stick up high, and the Everblades get the puck because of it. No call on the play. Shepard fakes the shot, steps around a man, now takes it, but it's deflected wide. Comes to the Everblades behind the net. Hunter Brinker for Angeli. Angeli for Garland, and a save made by Carlson, kicking it out with the left leg. Garland gets it back around the boards for McDonald. McDonald for Hunter Brinker at the left circle. Flipping it to the line for Angeli. Right side and a one-timer, and Carlson again there to deny. Comes free for the Icemen. They will redirect out to center ice, and Rabbit taking the puck away. Excellent work by Wasey Rabbit to knock it loose from Shepard. McDonald now back into the zone. It's sticked into the corner by Carlson. Routine save there. 2-on-2 battle along the wall. Comes free to Florida. Coper elects to pass it into the corner for Justin Auger. Auger has it poke checked away. It comes loose for the Icemen. McKinnon stick handles through the neutral zone. He's being harassed by a couple of Everblade players, and Florida works it free at center ice. Pendenza gains the line, but nothing more than that. Jacob Cederholm plays it away. Great outlet pass from the Icemen, right on the tape of Lynch. Wrister rifled over the crossbar. Karam's right back to the top of the crease, and nobody can get to the handle to it. Comes free into the corner, and the Icemen try to dig the puck loose. Adam Dowda is there. He's got it. Dowda back to the blue line. Cederholm loses it to Coper. He may break in, trying to split the defense. Coper on his backhand, saved by Carlson. He'll hold on and take the face-off. Both Chris Leidsman and Jacob Cederholm did just enough to harass Levko Coper to not allow him really any opportunity other than a backhander, and then Carlson read it from there. It stays 1-0 Icemen with 5.5 minutes to go in the first period. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey. Full and half-season Icemen Elite memberships are currently on sale. Elite memberships offer discounted ticket pricing and guarantees you the same seats to enjoy all of the action. As an Elite member, you will be invited to attend exclusive events throughout the season, receive merchandise and parking discounts, and even meet the team. Monthly payment plans are also available. Packages start as low as $260. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK or log on to JacksIcemen.com. Icemen hockey, feel the freeze.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Sign up for ECHL TV and watch every ECHL game live online. Follow your favorite teams at home and on the road. With live streaming available on your PC, iPad, and iPhone, you'll never be too far away from the action. Never miss a big goal. Relive your favorite ECHL moments in the video archives. And catch every game from around the league live. If ECHL hockey is on, it's on ECHL.TV.
Play is in the Jacksonville end. The Icemen leading 1-0. 5 minutes and change to go in the first period. Icemen with the puck behind their own net. John Albert around the right wing wall. Not out yet. Florida with a good forecheck, and they get the puck free. Drop pass picked off by Shiplow. Not enough to clear it, though. He just got a poke check on it. Everblades get it back. It is Neuber with a soft shot on net. Easily sticked aside by Carlson. And the Icemen finally gain control. And it's Mingo up the boards right at the blue line, again held in by Florida. So the Icemen there did struggle getting the puck out of the zone. They finally get it free at center ice. And the Icemen want a penalty call. I think it was Hedden that got tripped up well off the play as Mingo gets a backhander away. And Johnson had to be alert with that one. That was a surprise shot with Mingo's back turned to the net. he was able to get that backhander off and on frame. Everblades clear into the zone. It's Hayden Shaw giving it up to Hunterbrinker. Centering feed. Clark was there defensively to read it. At the blue line, now it's Clark with a steal. He'll skate 2-on-2 with Rabbit. Everett Clark into the zone on the right wing side. Backhander on net. Save is made. Rebound is covered. That rebound was available for a split second, but there was nobody there for the Icemen to pounce on it.
And a good little chance there by Everett Clark. And again, it's great to have him back in the lineup here as he's been out nursing an injury, kind of one that's been reoccurring for him. But so they gave him a little extra time to, you know, I think he was probably good to go maybe a week or two ago. They said, no, we're going to wait a little bit longer because they thought, you know, he didn't want to rush him back like maybe earlier last time, and he got hurt again with the same injury, so they wanted to give it a little more time. But I'll tell you, he's looked great in practice, really skating hard, and the coaches have noticed it. They felt, okay, heading into this weekend now, he's ready to go. And so far has made a little bit of an impact here. Nice shot on that last chance.
Clark may be the Icemen's best centerman also in terms of draws, and he wins that face-off as well and gets the puck free for Rabbit. To the blue line for Shaw, dropping it into the corner. All the way to the blue line, it's Rabbit. Slap shot. Save is made. Rebound is loose. Where's it going to go? And it's out of the net. It stays out of the net. It was right in the blue paint, and nobody for the Icemen could get there. Brendan Warren was trying his absolute best to poke it into the net and across the goal line, just couldn't quite get there in time as the Everblades play it out of the zone. And now it's Florida with a steal, keeping it in the zone. Hunterbrinker tries to turn around Harrison, dropping it down below, comes free for Jacksonville. It is Shaw for Clark, who will shovel it out to center ice. What a chance there for Jacksonville as that shot from Wasey Rabbit was deflected. Johnson made the save, but it bounced behind him and was just bouncing in the blue paint behind him, and nobody could get the handle to it. They're still all over Cam Johnson, even though he didn't allow a goal there. The fans still giving him the chant, even though the Icemen stayed off the board in that situation. I love it.
Yeah, just trying to get in his head a little bit here. You got to try something with as good as he's been playing here at the plate.
Puck is loose at center ice. Shiplow plays it up the wall. It is Dowda for Lynch over the blue line. Lynch to the right side. Centering feed deflected. Comes back towards the blue line. And it is going to be poke checked by Mingo, but not enough to keep it in the zone. Dejan gets it back for Shiplow. Outlet pass for Dowda. To the right side, it is Lynch. Flipping it forward for Martin. Martin centers in front. And it is a stick save made by Johnson as Dowda couldn't get the redirect. But the Icemen really have the Everblades on their heels in this game, at least early on. 2:14 to go in the first period. Jacksonville leading 1-0. Justin Auger, a crisp pass to the blue line. Shepard in front, blocked by Jacksonville. Mingo with a good defensive read. Comes loose for Lang. He's 2-on-2 with Albert. Lang tries to step around Shepard. Couldn't get around him. It was well defended. Comes around to the line, held in. Jacksonville in front, deflection. Save is made. Rebound, played to the line and out to center ice. That was a beautiful save by Cam Johnson, who's lost his goaltender's stick for the second time in this sequence without a whistle being blown, both because he had to make great saves.
Yeah,
his head nearly got another.
Yeah, he did. And you know, the first save there that he made, it came from up high. I mean, that was a good stop there. He had to fight that one off. Boy, the rebound was right there, just eluded the stick. And the net was open there. Another good look there by Jacksonville. And you know, this is what they were able to accomplish down in Estero on Wednesday. They created a lot of chances and very well could have had 5 goals in that game easily. But again, Johnson made some big saves, and then sometimes it was just execution. The Icemen just missing on opportunities and couldn't quite bury them. So again, when you're playing the Everblades and you get those chances, Icemen need to try to buckle down and make certain they can get those chances, because you don't know when you're going to get another one. And right now, though, the Icemen have been creating some just as they did on Wednesday.
Yeah, Jacksonville has outplayed the Everblades pretty drastically, I would say, in this first period. They've got the lead to show for it. They're out shooting Florida 9-6. Quality opportunities certainly in favor of the Icemen as well, although Carlson has had to make a couple of quality stops along the way, as you have to do against this Everblade team. Florida with the puck at center ice. They'll play it ahead, bouncing free for Jacksonville. It's a delayed offside, but the Icemen get the puck anyway. It's Rabbit over the blue line. Curls and leaves it for Warren in the right wing corner. Warren spilled on the play. Puck comes loose for Clark. Clark for Rabbit, turns to the circle, shot deflects on goal. It was a knuckleball shot. And Johnson making another save as Rabbit gets spilled and goes right after Kyle Neuber after the whistle. And you know, if Wasey Rabbit is chirping at somebody, that it takes a lot to get under his skin. And that is certainly what the case was there, because Wasey jumped up from on his skates and went right after Kyle Neuber.
Yeah, Wasey's about as mild-tempered as they come. He still has some words there. I haven't seen that fire out of Wasey from that regard, but it was a good chance. Just couldn't get all that he wanted to on that shot. But, Neuber kind of just spun him around, roughed up a little bit. Breaking news, though, Kyle Neuber does have shoulder pads on right now. He did not during the pregame warm-up. I guess he thought it was beer league night. I was laughing because, I've actually had a chance to be on some teams that he's on, and he's a little bit of a goofball, but great guy. But, yeah, he was in the warm-up, wasn't wearing shoulder pads, and if I had a chance to say something, I was like, was it beer league night for you? So, but he does have the shoulder pads on, so.
Oh, glad he's staying professional about all this.
Yeah, exactly.
And tying it up with Wasey Rabbit, by the way, Wasey is going to be our first intermission guest coming up in just a moment, just over a minute, in fact, of game action anyway, as the Icemen flip it ahead and bounce it into the Florida zone. It goes to the left of Johnson, and the Icemen are first on the puck. Hedden tries to tap it loose, but it's the Everblades instead. Hunter Brinker for Garland, now in the final minute of period number 1. The Icemen look for a steal in their own zone, trying to clear it out. Can't do it yet, but they do still have the puck. It is Hayden Shaw behind his own cage. Good outlet feed for Lang. Cross ice it is Albert right on the tape. Over the blue line is Albert on the right wing. Has it on his backhand. Centering feed deflected by Florida. Good defensive layers there from the Everblades as Hunter Brinker taps it into Jacksonville's end. 32 seconds to go in the period. Mingo cuts right in front of his goaltender and starts up the ice, accelerating through the neutral zone. Mingo over the blue line onside. Leaves it for Martin in the corner. Puck bounces high into the air. It's going to be gloved down by Pendenza. Comes loose for Cody Soul. Soul gets it away to Coper with 13 seconds to go in the period. Auger takes a bump from Mingo as he plays it into the zone. I wonder if maybe Auger got hurt a little bit there in the play, but he's up on his feet and okay. Down to 3 seconds to go. Jacksonville tries to clear it out at the blue line. Time will expire, and the Icemen will go into the locker room with the lead against the Florida Everblades. 1-0 is the score on an unassisted breakaway goal from Mike Hedden, his 16th of the year at 6:38 of the first period. Jacksonville outshoots Florida 10-6 in the first frame.
Yeah, I mean, good start here for the Icemen, and exactly what they needed to do, and they're going to go in with the lead. And we talked about it. This team plays with the lead, and the crowd appreciated that. They came to their feet thereafter, and they liked the efforts of the team here in the first period, and it was a good first period at that. Again, they were able to get the 1 goal from Hedden, but also generated some momentum, some other opportunities. Johnson still made some big saves. He's continuing his solid play, but the first 20 minutes, the first round goes to Jacksonville, but still 2 more periods left to go.
Yeah, a lot of hockey left in Florida. Is a team that wins under any circumstances, including when allowing the first goal or even trailing after the first period. The Everblades almost a .500 record when trailing after 1 period. So a lot of work left to be done here for the Icemen, but a wonderful start from Jacksonville, leading 1-0 over the Everblades. We will take a break and return momentarily. When we do, it will be Jacksonville left winger Wasey Rabbit joining us. It's 1-0 Jacksonville after 1. This is Icemen Hockey on Mixlr and ECHL.TV.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 32nd season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; A&R Sports, official hockey accessory supplier; AthleticNet, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2020 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; Handbid, the official mobile auction app; Honig's, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, official puck provider; The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; Ticket Galaxy, official ticket resale partner; and Warrior, official on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.TV.
Full and half-season Icemen Elite memberships are currently on sale. Elite memberships offer discounted ticket pricing and guarantees you the same seats to enjoy all of the action. As an Elite member, you will be invited to attend exclusive events throughout the season, receive merchandise and parking discounts, and even meet the team. Monthly payment plans are also available. Packages start as low as $260. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK or log on to JacksIcemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Sign up for ECHL TV and watch every ECHL game live online. Follow your favorite teams at home and on the road. With live streaming available on your PC, iPad, and iPhone, you'll never be too far away from the action. Never miss a big goal. Relive your favorite ECHL moments in the video archives. And catch every game from around the league live. If ECHL hockey is on, it's on ECHL.TV.
The Jacksonville Icemen offer discounted tickets for groups of 10 or more. Whether it's a company outing, a group from your school or church, or just a gathering of friends, the Icemen can help you set up a night of fun at a discounted cost. Other benefits include an intermission ride on the popular Fan Zam, a post-game group photo, or take a shot on net after the game. Ticket fundraisers are also available. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or visit us online at JacksIcemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
Ever wish we didn't have so many bank fees? Ouch!
We should get a free checking account at Community First. They even give you a cash bonus. Ouch!
Ever wish we had just bought a jar of honey instead of harvesting it?
Ow! Bad bee!
Have you heard the buzz? Community First is giving up to $200 cash bonuses when you open a free checking account with direct deposit. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First. Love where you bank. NCUA insured.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound!
Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just the start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
The Jacksonville Icemen are always looking to give back to the communities of North Florida. The team offers a ticket fundraising program that many local nonprofits and schools and charitable organizations can take advantage of. The program is simple. Your organization sells tickets to an Icemen home game, and a portion of each ticket purchase will go directly to your cause. This is a fun and easy way to raise money and gain exposure for your organization or school. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or log on to JacksIcemen.com.
Fans, don't forget that you, your friends, or coworkers can enjoy the exciting action of Icemen hockey comfortably above the ice in a spacious luxury suite or at ice level with our new ice boxes, available for all Icemen home games. Both options offer food and drink and make for a great way to entertain your company's employees and top clients. For more information and to check game date availability, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK or log on to JacksIcemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze. between periods between the Jacksonville Icemen and Florida Everblades. Arlie Johnson joined by Wasey Rabbit today. Wasey, I know things didn't go well in terms of the results on Wednesday, a loss to Florida, but certainly doesn't take away from the fact that you played very well. I just know it's frustrating when you play well and you don't get the results you want.
Yeah, I mean, you got to tip your hat to Florida. I mean, they're a good team, but it's an exciting time for us now. We get to go back home and we get to stay home, and this homestand's huge.
Yeah. As the Zamboni goes by.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's encouraging. Obviously, Wednesday, it's tough to say that after a loss, but I mean, we had dynamite chances. It's just about us like bearing down, and especially at this time of year where it's hard to score goals. So for us to really take advantage of that, I think it's important this weekend.
And I know the focus is on the fact that you played well, and now let's go to today. It's a 5-game homestand, but I know you don't want to get ahead of yourselves either. What is the talk in the locker room right now? Is it just strictly right now, or is it, hey, we've got a 5-game homestand, we need to try and get on a heater? There's only so many games left.
No, I mean, you talk about that. There's no excuse not to be prepared. So I mean, you know exactly what's ahead of you, but obviously the cliche is one game at a time. But this is the most important five-game segment of the year, so it kind of makes or breaks teams. So I think for us right now, it's important that we get this win, or at least a couple points out of Florida. And I mean, you have a good Friday, it sets things up for Saturday, and then Sunday we'll worry about,
I think one of the most encouraging things about this is you guys still very much believe that you are in the thick of things. I know you're on the outside looking in for the time being, but it's not like it's a situation where all hope is lost. You know that you still have a shot. Do your business and then just see what happens from there.
Yeah, especially like this homestand is huge, so it may be different if we're on the road, and like our 4 and 5s are winding down. This is our last weekend, so it's an opportunity for us to have a super big weekend. Hopefully we make some ground up in the standings, but like I said, we control our own destiny. Obviously, we can't control what everyone else does. I mean, we take care of ourselves, and at the end of the season, we'll see where the chips fall.
You have Florida again after a loss on Wednesday. Aside from just burying chances, because I know you had upper 30s and shots on goal on Wednesday. Aside from that, is there anything you want different from the guys today?
No, I think our drive was good. I think we were around the net a lot more often and getting in the guts of the game. I think we got to bring that, and obviously, like I said, just bearing down when we get those opportunities. Like myself and a couple of guys had some grade A opportunities, especially if you get a goal at that certain time when we had those chances. Would have been it's a game-changing goal. So I mean, I know we'll have a good crowd this weekend, so we're excited for that. And like I said, this time of year is the best time in March, when you're chasing something and you embrace that challenge. And then we talked about that with just the players in the group and the leadership cores, that you embrace the challenge. This is where you want to be challenged as a player. You don't want to be, obviously early in the season is different, but right now is where when you're chasing, and it finds out who you are as a player and as a person, is if when you take on those challenges.
So you just said it, this is the best time of year to play. You're around these guys constantly. Is it everybody on board? That's kind of one of the most important things too. It's, I know Coach Christie talks about no passengers. Yeah. How's the vibe in the room? Do you feel like there are no passengers right now and everybody's feeling the same way, that this is the best time of year? Let's go give it our best.
Yeah, I think it's good because we have our leadership, like heads and elves. They're preaching that. They're same ship on as Smurf, and even our young guys. I think they have that young, cocky, naive where they just don't know yet, but they still just every day they give the same performance, and then they realize the more they give and they buy in, is that it's success, and they get team success. Like when we went on that little swing in Norfolk and South Carolina, so they know what it takes, and hopefully this weekend that we bring that to the table.
Time for another run starting tonight. Good luck, Wasey. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, there's Wasey Rabbit with us between periods. We'll return in just a moment. This is Jacksonville Icemen Hockey on Mixlr and ECHL.TV.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 32nd season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; A&R Sports, official hockey accessory supplier; AthleticNet, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2020 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; Handbid, the official mobile auction app. Honig's, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team. Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider. In Glasgow, official puck provider. The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys. Ticket Galaxy, official ticket resale partner. And Warrior, official on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.tv.
Full and half-season Icemen Elite memberships are currently on sale. Elite memberships offer discounted ticket pricing and guarantees you the same seats to enjoy all of the action. As an Elite member, you will be invited to attend exclusive events throughout the season, receive merchandise and parking discounts, and even meet the team. Monthly payment plans are also available. Packages start as low as $260. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK or log on to JacksIcemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Sign up for ECHL TV and watch every ECHL game live online. Follow your favorite teams at home and on the road. With live streaming available on your PC, iPad, and iPhone, you'll never be too far away from the action. Never miss a big goal. Relive your favorite ECHL moments in the video archives. And catch every game from around the league live. If ECHL hockey is on, it's on ECHL.tv.
The Jacksonville Icemen offer discounted tickets for groups of 10 or more. Whether it's a company outing, a group from your school or church, or just a gathering of friends, the Icemen can help you set up a night of fun at a discounted cost. Other benefits include an intermission ride on the popular Fan Zam, a post-game group photo, or take a shot on net after the game. Ticket fundraisers are also available. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or visit us online at JacksIcemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
Ever wish we didn't have so many bank fees? Ouch!
We should get a free checking account at Community First. They even give you a cash bonus. Ouch!
Ever wish we had just bought a jar of honey instead of harvesting it?
Ow! Bad bee!
Have you heard the buzz? Community First is giving up to $200 cash bonuses when you open a free checking account with direct deposit. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. NCUA insured.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Newman. Rebound!
Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just the start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
The Jacksonville Icemen are always looking to give back to the communities of North Florida. The team offers a ticket fundraising program that many local nonprofits and schools and charitable organizations can take advantage of. The program is simple. Your organization sells tickets to an Icemen home game, and a portion of each ticket purchase will go directly to your cause. This is a fun and easy way to raise money and gain exposure for your organization or school. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or log on to JacksIcemen.com.
Fans, don't forget that you, your friends, or coworkers can enjoy the exciting action of Icemen hockey comfortably above the ice in a spacious luxury suite or at ice level with our new ice boxes. Available for all Icemen home games. Both options offer food and drink and make for a great way to entertain your company's employees and top clients. For more information and to check game date availability, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK or log on to jacksicemen.com. Icemen hockey, feel the freeze. We're back in downtown Jacksonville at the Veterans Memorial Arena. Arlie Johnson along with Alex Reed as the Icemen are ahead of the Florida Everblades 1-0 after one period of play. Mike Hedden has the only goal. It was a beauty, and you are looking at it right now if you happen to be watching on ECHL.tv. A forehand to backhand deke and just slipping it right through the 5-hole of Cam Johnson and into the net. Quickly to the ECHL scoreboard. From a playoff standpoint for Jacksonville, there's really only one game that matters tonight for the Icemen, as the Orlando Solar Bears are in Atlanta to take on the Gladiators. Orlando has the lead there, 1-0. That is midway through the first period. They started a little after us. Orlando currently has dropped all the way to the 5th spot after being in 3rd place for over half the season. And just like that, they went from 3rd to 4th to 5th. But a win tonight will put them back into 4th place ahead of Atlanta, who, by the way, comes into tonight's game on an 8-game point streak. If they win tonight, they come here to Jacksonville tomorrow on a 9-game point streak.
Yeah, I mean, whether it's 8 or 9 or they take the loss tonight, it's one the Icemen are going to have to win, Arlie. I mean, it's without question. Again, and that's why they're still very much in the mix here, because, again, they got 5 head-to-head meetings with Atlanta. And that's a great way to try to gain some ground and help with your push. So we'll see how it plays out. But right now, task at hand are the Everblades.
And we are underway as the Everblades get a backhander on net from Neville. Save is made by Carlson. And a early opportunity for the Everblades just 19 seconds into this second period. Adam Carlson's been sharp when called upon, but truthfully, he wasn't really called upon very often. I thought it was an exceptional defensive effort from the Icemen, just as good as it was offensively.
It's going to have to continue to be exceptional, Arlie, without question. I mean, the Icemen, they know that Florida can strike at any moment, and you really can't take any kind of shift off, because they will find an open man. They're very good from behind the net, finding the open guy in front of the net. Those behind the net passes to the front, they've mastered that. The Icemen are going to make certain they man up here and don't leave anybody open for more than a couple of seconds.
Shepard gets spilled by Brendan Warren as the Everblades keep the puck in the zone. No call will play on. Neither team has had a power play, in fact, tonight, although there were coincidental minors in the first period. That ultimately resulted in the Icemen goal. It was a 4-on-4 goal. Jacksonville through the neutral zone. It is Brendan Warren getting to center ice, takes a hit in order to feed it into Florida's end. Derek Shepard takes it from there and starts the charge ahead. Nice outlet pass to Neville. Neville cuts to the forehand side. It is poked away by Carlson. There's a penalty coming. This is on the Everblades. It's going to be a high stick against Florida, I believe, on Kyle Neuber. And we'll see if it's going to be 2 minutes or 4 minutes on the call. High sticking definitely against the Everblades. I think it's only 2, and it might actually be Michael Neville heading to the box instead of Kyle Neuber.
Yeah, getting hit up high that time was Luke Shiplow. And boy, Shiplow, he is on the receiving end of all those. It always seems to be him. The sticks and elbows seem to be a magnet for him, and oftentimes it doesn't really get called. But I've noticed the last couple of times he's been clipped up high. That time with a stick, it does get called, and the Icemen are going to get to work on the power play. And Arlie, the Icemen scored their lone goal on the power play in Wednesday's game, and I'll tell you, the power play looked great. The possession time, the time of attack, they only had the 1 power play goal on the 3 chances, but I'll tell you, Arlie, this power play has really improved here in recent weeks. And they may not always score on it, but I think they've been able to, as we've talked about, gain momentum with the power play.
And they are up to 9th in the league overall now on the man advantage. 18.4% as the puck is bottled up in the neutral zone. Florida knocks it free. Goes off a leg, and it comes loose to the Icemen now. Lynch over the blue line, possible 3-on-2. Playing it down low for Hedden. Hedden behind the net, couldn't center it. He'll take it all the way to the near side half wall. Shaw gives it back to Hedden, again at the left circle. Hedden on his forehand, and the Icemen will set up shop in the offensive zone. right point. Playing it down low as Martin comes into the slot. Save is made by Johnson off the forehand from Lynch. Made it with the right pad. You could hear it go off the pillows from here as Florida clears the zone, but that was a beautiful setup for the Icemen and Bobby Lynch.
That it was, and it was Lynch who had the power play goal on Wednesday, and he got it in the slot. And where did Lynch go that time? To the slot. They found him, got a good shot off, but Johnson made a good stop off the pillow.
Adam Dowda takes it into the zone offensively, beats a couple of men and plays it around the wall, all the way to Wasey Rabbit at the left wing half boards. Rabbit to the blue line. Mingo tries to hold it in, only got a piece of it. Comes loose for the Everblades, 2-on-1 shorthanded. Hunter Brinker will score. It's a 1-1 hockey game on yet another shorthanded goal for Jacksonville. We talked about it in the first period about the thing that maybe bothers the Icemen more than anything, that is something that's got to be tightened up. It is this. It's a shorty for Florida. It's 1-1.
Yeah, same old here, Arlie. Again, the Icemen, just again, their Achilles heel is the fact that they surrender too many shorthanded goals. In fact, they have the most now in the league. I think 16 shorthanded goals allowed. And you want to talk about momentum killers and game-changing moments. It's that right there. This has plagued this team all season long. You come out, you play a good first period, you have the lead, you're on the power play to try to add to your lead, and what do? You surrender the goal. Again, this has been a reoccurring problem, and we'll see how the Icemen react to it, because these are certainly momentum shifters.
Not only is the 16 shorthanded goals allowed the most in the league, it's the most by 4. Nobody's really even close to it. Next closest is 12 allowed. The Icemen still have a little bit of time left on this power play. We'll see if they can do anything with it. 10 seconds to go. Jacksonville with the puck. They get it to the blue line for Hayden Shaw. Shaw walks the line. Rister in a screen, blocked in front. Comes loose for the Everblades. They'll tap it forward. They're also going to get a man out of the penalty box in Neville. That creates a possible 3-on-2. Angeli into the zone. Backhand feed. Kicked away for Shaw. Comes loose and trying to go between the legs was Derek Shepard, and he put it over the crossbar. Shepard went between the legs with his shot and beat Carlson, but it went too high of all things on that between the legs shot. But what an effort there from Derek Shepard. Teams skate 5-on-5. It's now a 1-1 hockey game as the Everblades have just scored shorthanded. Michael Hunter Brinker got that goal. Unassisted goal for Hunter Brinker. Florida unable to keep the puck in the zone, and the Icemen will take possession. It is Chris Leidsman to the left of his netminder. He'll just stand behind the cage now, waiting for Dowda to skate by, but Leidsman still has the puck. Now Jacob Cederholm takes it from Leidsman and carries up the left wing. Cederholm off the boards for McKinnon. McKinnon trying to get it loose for Chase Lang. Taken back by Kyle Neuber. Him and McKinnon will bump. I'm surprised the two of them didn't bump a little more once they made first contact. Now Neuber is jawing at McKinnon as we have an icing call against Florida. But nothing real serious developing from that. And we'll have a face-off in the Everblades zone. It is a 1-1 hockey game, 15:58 to go in the second period.
That is the 5th shorthanded goal of the season for Michael Hunter Brinker, and I know he's had at least 2. I'm going to guess 3 against the Icemen this season, but he does have 5 shorthanded goals now, and I know he had one not 2 games ago, I believe it was. And again, that one here tonight. That's 2 that I can recall. I think he might have had another one, but he's the guy that seems to make those big plays when they need it. And again, another one of those guys for Florida who's stepped up here with the masses up in the American Hockey League right now.
Florida takes it into the offensive end. It is Reed Jackman on his backhand, bumped against the boards by Clark. That's going to be a penalty coming. It's going to be to Clark, and a power play for the Everblades. Clark protesting, but it will be a power play for Florida. We'll wait and see what the call is. My first instinct tells me it's a board, and that is what it is. Boarding against Everett Clark, and a power play for Florida. Now they've got an opportunity to take their first lead of the night, and this is where it's danger time for the Icemen.
Yeah, it is, and of course they're going against a unit that doesn't have the best power play overall statistically. They have found success on the power play against the Icemen. They did have a 5-on-3 power play goal on Wednesday. Derek Angeli ripping one there just as the penalty on the 5-on-3 came to an end. But they have been able to get, while they haven't been consistent all year, this group for Florida, they've been good against the Icemen with the man advantage.
at 4 for 27 overall. I'll give you a couple other numbers. Actually, Jacksonville dominating the specialty teams in general with Florida, at least in terms of power play and penalty kill. That does not include shorthanded goals, however, as the Everblades will set up shop. And a flip shot on goal. Save is made by Carlson. Rebound comes right back to him as Justin Auger tried to go from behind the goal line and then spin it right in front on Carlson, but he was there for the stop. Florida this year against Jacksonville on the power play, 14.8%. That's a little better than their yearly average of 13.5%. Here's the alarming part in Jacksonville's favor, and yet it still isn't resulting in victories, including the Icemen's power play chance just a moment ago. The Icemen 8 for 32 against Florida on the power play, 25%. Still enough for only 2 victories, however, in 10 opportunities. And in fact, the Everblades have won 8 in a row against Jacksonville coming into this game tonight.
Yeah, the Icemen had early success against Florida, but it's been all Florida in the season set ever since.
Great play from Jacksonville defensively. Craig Martin unable to clear the zone, but he does get the puck away from an Everblade player who would have been all alone on the doorstep. Florida keeps it in, though. It is Pendenza at the right wing circle. Still a minute 8 to go on the power play. Seam pass comes to the circle for McDonald. Defended by Dowda. Wrister and a screen is blocked. It comes up high for Pendenza at the right circle. Florida still in control. Joe Pendenza just standing there right now. The Icemen in no hurry to pressure him. Feed goes to the blue line for McDonald, to the left circle for Waugh. McDonald gets it back, plays it to the right for Pendenza, faking the shot. Flip pass for McDonald, center point. To the left circle, it's Waugh, but everything's along the perimeter right now for the Everblades. Auger now with 34 seconds to go on the power play, and a steal by Jacksonville. Adam Dowda will snap it off the boards and back behind the Everblade net.
Well, great anticipation there by the Everblades. Their entire bench, one by one, started to stand up as they were really getting comfortable in the zone. But as you mentioned, Arlie, a lot of the passing out on the outside, on the perimeter there. Jacksonville did a good job kind of boxing them out and keeping them that way.
Down to just 12 seconds to go on this power play as the Icemen get a steal at their own blue line. Bobby Lynch will do the rest of the work, and that should do it on this power play. That's an excellent penalty kill. Florida had 1 shot on goal, and Carlson was there early on that power play to deny him. Teams are at full strength as the Icemen have the puck in their own end. Long outlet pass, unable to connect with Clark, and the Everblades take it through the neutral zone. Drop pass for Hunter Brinker, picked off there from the Icemen, but not cleared yet. Now it's poke checked ahead, and it comes loose for Bobby Lynch. Lynch was going 1-on-3. He had no chance there, and Florida steals the puck easily and carries into the offensive zone. Drop pass for Garland, right circle. What a save by Carlson. He came diving out like he was trying to go after a tackling dummy there. Like he was a cornerback trying to close on a receiver there.
I don't think I've ever seen a save look in that nature before. You're right, it looked like a tackling dummy he was going after.
Carlson with a pad save, rebound up high for the Icemen. Warren knocks it out to center ice, and the crowd certainly loves the effort there from Adam Carlson as it stays 1-1. Florida deep in their own zone, and a turnover for the Icemen. They'll keep it in. It is Rabbit in the right wing corner. Albert cuts the net, goes behind the net. Warren back for Rabbit. Rabbit on his backhand, curls to the forehand, trying to get away from a defender. Poked loose by Florida and skated out of the zone by Hunter Brinker. Hunter Brinker for Newber. He'll flip it in on the backhand side. Carlson will feed it along for Luke Shiplow. Long outlet pass deflected in by the Icemen off the stick of Chase Lang. And the Everblades have it behind their own net. Stretch pass for them, picked off by the Icemen at their own line. Chase Lang gets around one man, gets over the blue line, and tries to chase after it into the right wing corner. Good hit there by Lang, kind of a reverse hit as he drove his back into Cole McDonald. Everblades having trouble trying to clear the zone. Albert got a piece of it, trying to help out his Chase Lang. They'll poke it a little further into the corner, and now another steal by Jacksonville. It is Albert on his backhand. Centering feed goes all the way to the line. Mingo with a drive. That is blocked. It's held in by Shiplow at the blue line. Around the boards we go. Reversing all the way to the left circle. Heading in front. Blocked in front by Jacksonville. Albert tried to redirect it on goal. Lang with a centering feed. All the way to the line for Shiplow. It is Hedden in the high slot. To the right from Mingo. Hedden gets it back. Slap shot. Blocked in front. Never made it to the net. The Everblades drive it off the glass, but not out. Good pressure here from the Icemen. Hedden cross ice for Mingo. Right side. Back for Hedden. All alone. Score! Oh, what a feed from Dejan Mingo! And the Icemen have regained the lead on Mike Hedden's second of the night. 2-1 with 11:10 to go in the second.
You felt like something was happening right there. The Everblades could not get the puck out of the zone. Excellent puck movement and possession and control by Jacksonville led to that opportunity, and they got the precision passing there. Mingo finding the open man and Hedden, and the net was open on that side. Hedden just threw it right in there behind Johnson and company. And Mike Hedden now 10 tallies here, Arlie, here in the last 10 games. He has been red hot and continues to find opportunities and finish them off.
Here's Joe Massey with your goal call.
Second goal of the game and 17th goal of the season. Scored by number 8, Mike Hedden. Assisted by number 10, Dejan Mingo. And number 4, Luke Shiplow. Time of the goal, 8 minutes, 50 seconds.
That is Mike Hedden's second of the night, 17th of the season. Mingo and Shiplow with the assists as the Everblades work it back in front, trying to get a shot on goal. Fortunato with a wrister, denied by Carlson, and no rebound as we stay 2-1 in favor of the Icemen. Mike Hedden the second goal, but really he had the easy part there. It was all Dejan Mingo with that feed. He had Johnson completely committed to the shot, and as soon as he knew that, seam pass right across the other way and a wide open net for Mike Hedden.
It was, I mean, because the net was open, so that was the easy part there for Hedden. But you're right, Mingo, who had a couple of great keep-ins there. So did Hedden to keep that rush and that possession alive. But you're right, a great seam pass by Mingo to find it to the open man, and who had the wide open net to shoot at there. And Mike Hedden, I'll tell you what, he has been very successful here on his chances, and a lot of it, Arlie, for him has just been going the net, and he's been finishing off a lot of his chances. That time, though, they found him a little bit higher at the circle, and he had a little bit of time and space to work with there to get that one home. And a good response for Jacksonville following the shorthanded score by Florida.
Heading up to 42 points on the season now, 17 goals, 25 assists. That's second on the team. And he actually had a slow start. I mean, we're talking about him being hot. I guess it would go to, goes to show that of course he would start slow if he's got hot right now. But I mean, he is just on a torrid pace right now. And I'll tell you what, for a guy like Mike Hedden, a veteran presence out there, to be able to gel with this team, it did take a little while, as it did with John Albert. I actually would kind of parallel the two of them. They've had very similar seasons. It's just that it's been more Mike Hedden with the goal scoring lately, and John Albert with the assists and a little more of the playmaking ability.
That's a very fair statement there. Those guys have been playing very well together. Albert kind of playing the setup man for Hedden as of late. Hedden had 4 goals last week, and he's a guy that's also had a great month. We talked about Chase Lang coming off an 18-point February. Hedden was right up there and well into the double digits.
Carlson with a right pad save, kicking it out with the leg. Florida tries to come back with a good shift of their own after the Icemen have just regained the lead at 2-1. Brandon Fortunato pinches in from the blue line, trying to keep it in. Cedarholm is double teamed, but he does work it free. He'll play it behind the net for Leidsman. Ahead for Brendan Warren, off the boards, it comes free to Rabbit, then for Everett Clark into the zone. Clark, what a move, cuts to the forehand, save made, rebound on the backhand, penalty coming. It's gonna be on the Everblades, and it will be a power play for Jacksonville. That would have been a highlight reel of a goal for Everett Clark.
Would it ever have been? Oh my goodness, if he'd have finished that one off, that would have been something to watch several times, and certainly would have been plays of the week worthy without question. Great move there by Everett Clark, kind of lowered his head and went tipsy-do around the defender, and then came in with a good chance one-on-one. Johnson making the save, but in the process of that, he does draw a penalty, and the Icemen will head back to the power play. And this is where the Icemen can try to take advantage of it and maybe add to their 2-1 lead. But if all else fails, they got to protect the puck, especially up high at the blue line.
Absolutely, the Icemen. Last time they were in this situation on the power play, they led by 1. By the time the power play was over, it was even up as Florida scored shorthanded. Face off to the right of Johnson. Scramble for it. It comes free for Jacksonville. Right point to left point for Hayden Shaw, and the Icemen will set up shop in the offensive end. It is Albert, goal line extended. Dropping it for Hedden, who already has 2 tonight. Hayden Shaw at the blue line. Goes to the right. Losing the handle there is the Icemen. Puck bounces up high into the air, comes free for Jacksonville. Shot goes wide. They're going to call it a hand pass against Jacksonville, as Craig Martin had lost the handle, and by the time the puck bounced up into the air, he gloved it down to the stick. And maybe it was Lynch who had the glove, and then Martin with the stick. Either way, faceoff's going to come outside the line.
Yeah, and the Icemen able to get control of it there. It may not have been the worst thing in the world they got called for the hand pass, because if that puck would have gone back the other way, the Everblades did have some numbers had they got possession of it to maybe go 2-on-1 the other way on it. So might be kind of a blessing in disguise there on the hand pass whistle.
The Icemen will come out with 4 forwards this time. Brendan Warren is that 4th forward for Jacksonville. Dejan Mingo, the only defenseman, as he drops it for Rabbit. Good feed, drop pass, but way into the zone with Chase Lang. Lang didn't realize that that play call was for a drop pass, so he was just about at the top of the circles by the time that by the time that I believe Warren took it over the blue line.
Yeah, and that's too bad, because Warren came in full steam ahead on that drop pass and was already at the high slot area by the time the whistle was blown. It was that quick of a developing play, and an opportunity that probably went not for Jacksonville, because Warren would at least probably going to be able to get a shot off full steam ahead.
A minute 18 to go on this power play for the Icemen. Warren has it at his own line. Up the left wing for Rabbit. Clean entry into the zone, looking for Dowda. Dowda has it poke checked away and cleared out by the Everblades. It will roll on edge just to the right of Carlson. Mingo just ahead of Waugh. Outlet pass for Dowda. Bouncing puck. Cannot get it to calm down. Finally, Dowda calms it and gets it over the line for Rabbit. Drop pass, nobody there. Comes out to center ice, and Mingo's got to hustle to get to the puck. He beats Michael Neville to it. Backhand feed for Rabbit. Mingo gets it back inside his own line. 45 seconds to go on the power play. A Darley's Plumbing power play for Jacksonville. It is Dowda over the blue line. Good feed there and onside for Lang. Off the boards to the blue line. Mingo, right point. Mingo walks the line. Wrister in a screen is blocked. Comes free for nobody. Comes loose now for Rabbit. Rabbit tries to center. Nobody home. Rabbit goes off the boards for Mingo at the left point. Cross ice. One-timer. It goes high and wide off the stick of Dowda. Redirects all the way back to the point where Rabbit will hold it in. 13 seconds to go on the power play. Rabbit wants it. He'll take it. Save is made by Johnson on the give and go between Rabbit and Chase Lang.
Yeah, good dish play there by Jacksonville, and of course Rabbit went down low for Lang, and immediately as he passed it was already calling for it back, and he got the return pass there by Lang, and a good shot. He was trying to sneak that one in on that short side post, but Johnson able to get his blocker over in time and knock that away, and then jump on the rebound for the whistle.
Line change for the Icemen, just 9 seconds to go on this power play. 8:03 to go in the second period. It's a 2-1 lead for the Jacksonville Icemen. John Albert on the draw with Hedden and Lynch up front. Hayden Shaw and Chase Harrison are your blue liners. Draws to the right of Johnson, who's standing at the top of his crease. On the faceoff for Florida, Joe Pendenza. The Icemen have to be careful, making sure that they cover the Florida player that comes out of the penalty box if necessary. Icemen win the faceoff. One last chance on the power play. Pinching in is Harrison as Albert gets a drive away. That is deflected out of play just as Cody Soul comes onto the ice. The idea was there as Harrison had come in from the blue line. He was trying to activate into the offensive play, but Albert did not see a seam to get that puck to him. Took shot instead, and it gets deflected out of the zone.
Yeah, and tons of space there for Harrison if he does get it. But you're right, Albert, he's solid setting up, but he didn't think he could get the pass through, so he just fired the shot towards the net, deflected up and out in that case.
So we're 5-on-5 on the ice now. Jacksonville leading 2-1. Florida gets the puck out to center, and they'll clear into the zone. Hayden Shaw takes a hit from Coper, but gets the puck free. Comes off the end boards. Florida with a good forecheck going right now. Trying to knock it loose is Justin Auger. Comes to John Albert instead, and Jacksonville will get it through center ice. Albert is over the blue line. 4 men back for Florida, but Albert keeps it moving all the way behind the net. Hedden with a steal. Hedden tries to center. Coming in front, it works into the corner for Bobby Lynch. Lynch for Albert on his backhand. Centering feed, picked off there by Florida, not cleared out yet. It's Albert behind the net. Trying to center is Lynch. For Wiseman at the left circle, dropping it for Lynch. Lynch cross ice, not able to handle that hot pass was Albert. Comes behind the net, and Florida pokes it into the corner, right back for the Icemen. Another good shift here from Jacksonville. Lynch floating it for Cederholm. Cederholm off the boards for Albert, who's at the end of a long shift, but he's trying to keep the play moving there in the corner. Finally, it's the Everblades who take it loose, and Adam Smith will slam it off the wall, and Florida with a steal. It's a 3-on-1. Auger, right side, goes to the backhand, and a great save by Carlson, but a penalty coming on the Icemen. I believe it's going to be Cederholm heading to the box. High sticking is the call on Jacob Cederholm. I don't mind that penalty so much because Cederholm actually did a good job defensively there, making sure that Carlson had nobody to worry about except the shooter in Justin Auger.
Yeah, and Auger was able to walk not only from the right wing side, he cut more to the middle of the ice and flipped a little backhander off there that I think Carlson got a piece of, and then it kind of trickled wide. But you're right, I think it's one of those smart penalties, Arlie, in that situation because of the turnover and ended up being a 3-on-1, but closed off there, and Auger going to the net on that chance. But another power play, and in a tight games like this, Arlie, it's 2-1. We've already seen it, special teams playing a factor with a shorthanded goal by Florida. But again, it's a tight one-goal game. Big penalty kill here for Jacksonville.
And the Icemen do win that initial face-off and clear it out with Craig Martin doing the honors. Martin is out there with Adam Dowda. They've been a great tandem, these two. Not just penalty killing, but also on a regular line, oftentimes with Ian McKinnon out there joining him, although today it's going to be with Bobby Lynch joining that tandem on the forward lines. Florida gets it back into the zone where they will set up Cody Soul at the right point. Big 6'6" defenseman is Soul, but he's got some offensive skill as well. Tries to center, but it goes off a skate. Comes loose for Dowda. Dowda will toss it the rest of the way, and Jacksonville gets a line change. Penalty killing this year for the Icemen. 12th in the league is Jacksonville at 82.3%. Florida gives it up. Chase Harrison stands a man up, and he'll clear it again the length of the ice. Excellent work there from Chase Harrison. The Everblades back behind their net with 55 seconds to go on this power play. Wasey Rabbit and Brendan Warren, your penalty killers, with Chris Leidsman and Dejan Mingo. Florida through the neutral zone. Pendenza is over the blue line as he cuts from left to right. Pendenza all the way to the bottom of the right circle, then drifts up high. Pendenza with his head up, looking for a man to pass to, goes cross ice for Wah. Rister is deflected right to Pendenza. Did Carlson get a piece of it? He may have with his left skate. It was either a skate or maybe off the apron, off the side of the net. Either way, it stays 2-1 as Jacksonville's Chris Leidsman clears the puck. Could you tell one way or the other?
Tough to tell. It happened so fast. I don't know if it skirted off the side of the net there or if he did get a piece of it just off the edge of the glove.
Very close on a low shot, short side. Florida takes it back into the zone. They try to center it for McDonald, but it deflects free, comes loose for the Everblades. Trying to set up Auger, but that pass was behind him. Teams are back at full strength as Cederholm hustles back out onto the ice and gets into the defensive play. Florida at the blue line. Shot is blocked, comes loose for Cederholm. On his backhand, he'll just chip it off the glass and out. This is going to be icing against Jacksonville, and those five will have to stay out there. I think Jacksonville's going to have 2 forwards and 3 defensemen for this whistle with 4:23 to go in the second period.
Yeah, they'll have that third defenseman because Cederholm came out of the box there. I thought the Icemen had an opportunity there to if they would have streaked back the other way, got on the Jets there, they might have had a chance to that backhanded feed off the boards to go for a 2-on-1. Hedden was there as well. I just don't think he realized Cederholm had the puck and was planning on doing that. That was the only issue there, and that's exchange.
Everblades win the faceoff, just able to keep it in is Jake Clifford, who has not had a lot of action. Clifford has played 50 games, including this one tonight. Off the puck, Leidsman is tangled up with somebody as Jacksonville gets a steal. It is Hedden with a flip pass ahead. Albert trying to get there ahead of Clifford. Clifford just beat him to it. And then Clifford and Albert collide into the boards. At the blue line, though, Chase Harrison holds it in, trying to set up Chase Lang just out of his reach. And the Everblades are able to avoid any further trouble. 3:50 to go. Let's go Icemen is the chant from the crowd right now. Florida high into the air. Broken up there by Harrison, only to have it be called for a hand pass against Jacksonville. And we will take a break with 3:45 to go in the second period. It's still Jacksonville on top, 2-1. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
The Jacksonville Icemen offer discounted tickets for groups of 10 or more. Whether it's a company outing, a group from your school or church, or just a gathering of friends, the Icemen can help you set up a night of fun at a discounted cost. Other benefits include an intermission ride on the popular Fan Zam, a post-game group photo, or take a shot on net after the game. Ticket fundraisers are also available. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or visit us online at jacksicemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
Ever wish we didn't have so many bank fees? Ouch!
We should get a free checking account at Community First. They even give you a cash bonus. Ouch!
Ever wish we had just bought a jar of honey instead of harvesting it?
Ow, bad bee.
Have you heard the buzz? Community First is giving up to $200 cash bonuses when you open a free checking account with direct deposit. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First. Love where you bank. NCUA insured.
Along with Alex Reed, Arlie Johnson with you on Mixler and ECHL.TV. We've had a great game thus far. The Icemen with a 2-1 advantage over the Florida Everblades. A team that comes in having won 5 in a row, 9 out of 10, and if that isn't good enough for you, 22-1 in their last 23.
Oh, it's pretty good.
I would say so. But Jacksonville is right there with them, and I'd say outplaying the Everblades thus far, and they've got the lead to show for it. But a long way to go in this hockey game. It's Florida into the offensive zone. A backhander on net. Save is made by Carlson off the stick of Derek Angeli. The Icemen will clear it out for an icing. That puck ended up on edge, and that is the only reason that ended up being an icing.
It was, yeah, it kind of went flat. Looked like it was going to stall out. Then it hit off the dasher, chipped up, and then just started rolling and made its way all the way to the end of the ice.
So the draw will come to the right of Adam Carlson. He has been good when called upon. Very good, I'd say, when called upon tonight. Shots on goal, 16 for Jacksonville, 15 for Florida. But the difference is a pair of Mike Hedden goals for the Icemen. Jacksonville wins this draw. They'll play it around the boards and out for an icing again. So we'll do it one more time. Coming up in the second intermission, we'll go through the ECHL scoreboard. We'll also talk about the upcoming homestand and lots of great stuff going on in these next 5 games, including tonight, Faith and Family Night tonight, with a nice post-game concert coming up afterwards. Something for everybody here at the Publix rink. Florida wins the draw. Carlson just got a piece of it with the tip of his glove off the stick of Smith. Clifford steps in from the blue line to keep it in, trying to pivot on Harrison. Harrison just stands him right up against the boards. He's playing a great game tonight, I think, Chase Harrison. As we have a stoppage in play, I think Harrison fell down on the puck, and that'll create a face-off in the Jacksonville defensive zone. But I think Chase Harrison's giving you a really good 200-foot game tonight.
He really is, and you know, he's just a guy that he doesn't put up a lot of numbers. Nothing flashy with him. He just plays a simple game, and that's really all the coaches really want out of him. And that was just a good play there. Finished off a hit to fend off Clifford there and prevent Clifford from advancing the puck further. As a result, though, both players kind of tumbled in on top of the puck, and now we have another draw here to the right of Carlson.
Albert against Angeli, waiting for the drop of the puck. Albert wins it cleanly, slamming it around the boards as Hayden Shaw gets it loose for Hedden. He'll skate 2-on-2 with Lang. Hedden trying to go wide on Fortunato. Fortunato beats him to the spot, but Hedden keeps the puck. To the line, it's Harrison. Slap shot, deflects wide, comes off the end boards hot, comes loose for Hedden, kicks it onto his stick and drops it down low for Lang. Lang trying to feed Albert, but Cody Soul was there with the breakup. Nicely done defensively by the Everblades, and that starts them on the run on the opposite side. Garland's feed broken up by Harrison. Again, he is there defensively, knocking that puck out of midair. Angeli holds it in, dropping it for Huntebrinker. He has their only goal for Florida. Shorthanded goal for Huntebrinker. Angeli for Huntebrinker. Good defensive coverage from John Albert. Albert knocking it loose. It is Shaw trying the near side boards. Hustling for it is Harrison. He can't get there. Garland, sharp angle shot. It goes off the side of the net. Soul tries to bank it in front. Comes loose for Jacksonville. And Hedden will flip it out of the zone. This is going to be another icing unless it's on net. Just wide. Didn't miss the net by more than about 2 or 3 inches. But it will be another icing on Jacksonville. And looks like at this point, Jacksonville almost seems like they're trying to survive this second period instead of just trying to play through the finish line.
It does feel that way right now, just because you know, a lot of face-offs down here and a good possession by the Everblades. They're starting to kind of get their mojo going a little bit, and it does seem like the Icemen are just trying to play the right plays and make it smart and send it down, and that's why you're seeing all the icings. And here on that shift there, John Albert, he's just so good along the boards, Arlie. Wins a lot of battles, knows how to win battles, and the veteran, you know, who's played in the NHL and at all levels, he knows what to do in those situations, and he oftentimes wins those, and he did there on that last shift. Still out there though right now. He's got to take this draw here following the icing whistle.
Has to. The Icemen have got to get this puck out of the zone and get a line change if they can at all do it, and they do win this draw. It is Albert driving it off the boards, icing again against Jacksonville. It's almost like they're trying to buy time to catch their breath a little bit.
Yeah, it does seem that. This group's been out there a while, and that was Harrison winning the battle and getting the clear. Another great play by him. Unfortunately, they were trying to set it up the play on the wing, get somebody to get a stick on it, but the puck didn't really cooperate there off the clearing attempt, and again, another icing here.
Face off to the right of Carlson. The Everblades win this one at the blue line. Shepard holds it in with his skate and then drops it underneath. Auger tries to center. Defending is Albert. Auger to the blue line for McDonald. Shifts around a man. Wrister in a screen. That is kicked aside by Carlson. Behind the net it is Auger. Trying to A-frame his legs to keep the puck away from Albert. To the line, it's McDonald for Shepard. Shepard goes all the way into the corner with it. Goes down low for Pendenza. This Iceman group that is out there is absolutely gassed right now. They need a clear. Chase Lang gets a steal, flips it into the corner, setting up Harrison. Harrison up the wall for Hedden. Hedden does get it out of the zone. He'll backhand it in. And chasing after it is Chase Lang. That's an excellent effort to prevent the icing. And the Iceman will keep the puck in the zone because of it. Goes for Shiplow. Shiplow comes in behind the net. Centering feed deflected away. And the Iceman will get there. That's not going to be something that goes in the stats, but excellent hustle from Chase Lang to hustle to get to that puck to prevent an icing. Otherwise, the Iceman would have been right back out there with the same 5 guys. Down to 40 seconds to go in the period. Jacksonville gets a poke check in their own zone. Comes loose for Dowda. Dowda for Martin at center ice. He's got Lynch picking him up on the play. Florida with the steal, however. They'll play it to center ice, and continuing it along is Michael Neville. Carlson drops it behind his net for Mingo. Mingo on his backhand. Double teamed on the play. Comes loose for Neuber. Neuber with the steal, only to give it back up to Martin. Martin back behind the net. Neuber gets it back for Florida. 13 seconds to go in the period. Neuber looking to center for Wah. Wah was beaver tailing his stick, hoping for it. Blocked shot from Jacksonville. They'll skate with it with 4 seconds to go. Maybe one last chance. Dowda over the line looking for Martin. It slides slowly to Johnson. It does not count. Wouldn't have mattered. And the Icemen will go into the locker room still with the lead. They had a 1-goal advantage after one. It was 1-0 on Mike Hedden's goal. Still a 1-goal advantage. 2-1 again on a Mike Hedden goal.
Yeah, Mike Hedden getting another one here, and the the Everblades they outshot the Icemen 11-6. A majority of Florida's shots came there in the last 7-8 minutes of that period, and I did get the sense that the Icemen were just trying to hang on there. And hats off to the Icemen to get out of that jam. You mentioned the great race there by Chase Lang to outpace the icing, and I got to give Brad Ralph a lot of credit because the Icemen couldn't make changes. He put his biggest and heaviest and physical line out there just to make it even harder and fatigue and make it even more tiring for that group. Guys like Auger, like you're going to move them when you're completely gassed.
Yeah, no
you
chance.
You can't even move them when you're at full strength. So, Shepard, guys that are physical like that, that was a smart play there. A little bit of a chess match. Iceman able to get out of that jam and to get out of the period here with the 2-1 advantage. And 20 more minutes yet to go here in this one.
Well, the Icemen looking good thus far, but I think it was a well-timed intermission break there for the Icemen just the same. We will take a break and return momentarily. When we do, we'll set up the upcoming 5-game homestand that is kicking off right now against Florida. A lot of great games, a ton of critical games, and we'll give you a preview of it when we return. 2-1 Icemen. They lead the Florida Everblades after 2 periods of play. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey on Mixlr and ECHL.TV.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 32nd season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; A&R Sports, official hockey accessory supplier; Athletic Knit, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2020 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; Handbid, the official mobile auction app; Honig's, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; in Glasgow, official puck provider; The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; Ticket Galaxy, official ticket resale partner; and Warrior, official on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.tv.
Full and half-season Icemen Elite memberships are currently on sale. Elite memberships offer discounted ticket pricing and guarantees you the same seats to enjoy all of the action. As an Elite member, you will be invited to attend exclusive events throughout the season, receive merchandise and parking discounts, and even meet the team. Monthly payment plans are also available. Packages start as low as $260. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK or log on to JacksIcemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Sign up for ECHL TV and watch every ECHL game live online. Follow your favorite teams at home and on the road. With live streaming available on your PC, iPad, and iPhone, you'll never be too far away from the action. Never miss a big goal. Relive your favorite ECHL moments in the video archives. And catch every game from around the league live. If ECHL hockey is on, it's on ECHL.tv.
The Jacksonville Icemen offer discounted tickets for groups of 10 or more. Whether it's a company outing, a group from your school or church, or just a gathering of friends, the Icemen can help you set up a night of fun at a discounted cost. Other benefits include an intermission ride on the popular Fan Zam, a post-game group photo, or take a shot on net after the game. Ticket fundraisers are also available. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or visit us online at JacksIcemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
Ever wish we didn't have so many bank fees? Ouch!
We should get a free checking account at Community First. They even give you a cash bonus. Ouch!
Ever wish we had just bought a jar of honey instead of harvesting it?
Ow! Bad bee!
Have you heard the buzz? Community First is giving up to $200 cash bonuses when you open a free checking account with direct deposit. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First. Love where you bank. NCUA insured.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Player saved by Dubnik. Rebound!
Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just the start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
The Jacksonville Icemen are always looking to give back to the communities of North Florida. The team offers a ticket fundraising program that many local nonprofits and schools and charitable organizations can take advantage of. The program is simple. Your organization sells tickets to an Icemen home game, and a portion of each ticket purchase will go directly to your cause. This is a fun and easy way to raise money and gain exposure for your organization or school. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or log on to JacksIcemen.com.
Fans, don't forget that you, your friends, or coworkers can enjoy the exciting action of Icemen hockey comfortably above the ice in a spacious luxury suite or at ice level with our new ice boxes, available for all Icemen home games. Both options offer food and drink and make for a great way to entertain your company's employees and top clients. For more information and to check game date availability, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK or log on to JacksIcemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze. back at the Veterans Memorial Arena. Arlie Johnson along with Alex Reed. And the Icemen playing some solid hockey tonight, looking to snap a 3-game losing streak. They are leading the Florida Everblades 2-1 after 2 periods of play in game 1 of a season-long 5-game homestand. And let's give you a preview here, Reader, with what else is going on. Of course, tonight, Faith and Family Night, but there's a couple of other promotions going on, including tomorrow night in a crucial game against the Atlanta Gladiators.
Yeah, I mean, it's a crucial game because of the matchup. And Atlanta, one of those teams the Icemen are chasing, and the Icemen have got to get points. But it's Nickelodeon night tomorrow, and the Icemen will wear those specialty jerseys, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle jerseys. Bring you back to the 90s, you know.
Oh, the 90s.
Those will be a big hit there tomorrow. I think a lot of people will be excited about that. And, of course, the first 3,000 fans will receive a Coach Jason Christie mini bobblehead. We got one up here. And again, first 3,000 fans get their hands on one of those. So there you have it. That's some of the big promotions we got going on there tomorrow. So it's a big night. And again, another 7 o'clock start time, but a big key game against Atlanta.
And it really is, and Atlanta's playing so well right now, as it seems like almost everybody in the South Division is, with the exception of maybe Orlando and right now Jacksonville, although the Icemen had their time when they had their 5-game winning streak not so long ago either. But Atlanta, it's their time right now. 7-0-0-1 in their last 8 games.
Yeah.
And they are currently leading Orlando, by the way, 2-1. They got 2 very quick goals in the second period, erasing a 1-0 deficit. So Atlanta may be coming in here tomorrow on a 9-game point streak, and that is what will be up to the task for Jacksonville. So tonight, they're trying to beat a team that's won 20 of their last 23 and 5 in a row. Tomorrow, they may have to beat a team that has gone unbeaten in 9.
Yeah, and again, Atlanta's going to be having to make the trek from Atlanta tonight. They are at home this evening, so that's going to maybe that'll play a role there. But you're right, they're going to be taking on a red-hot team. And the Icemen have had success against Atlanta this season. However, they haven't seen Atlanta in a really long time. I almost want to say you have to go back to the month of December. No, January 10th was the last meeting the Icemen had. That was in Atlanta. So, I mean, it's been a while, and this is a new Atlanta team. So, without question, Jacksonville's going to have a team that is hot coming in. But you know what? If the Icemen want to make the playoffs, Arlie, they're going to have to get hot. They're going to have to, get on a little bit of a roll here, and it's going to start. It starts here tonight, but it will have to continue into tomorrow, especially going head-to-head against a team you're chasing.
And we talked about it off-air, Reader, about what the Icemen have ahead of them with Atlanta because they face them 5 more times. The teams that they are chasing right now, in no particular order, because they're only separated by 3 points, the Greenville Swamp Rabbits, the Orlando Solar Bears, and the Atlanta Gladiators. Well, Jacksonville only has Greenville 1 more time, and that's this Sunday afternoon. They only have Orlando 1 more time. So they can't really do that much damage against those 2 teams directly, but they certainly can with Atlanta, and they will need to. Right now, Jacksonville 9 points behind Atlanta. I mean, you can think, well, win all 5 games and you got them. It's not so simple. But realistically, 4 out of 5, that might have to be that kind of special stuff to have an opportunity to catch this team.
I would agree. And again, those 4-point swings will be in full effect. But it really is kind of the recipe for how the Icemen are going to get in. I had an opportunity to do a show on the Sin Bin. They were doing their trade deadline show. And they were saying, how do you make up this ground of 11 points behind, and how does it get done? Does it get done? And when I kind of threw the outline that, hey, 5 games in hand on Greenville, 2 on Atlanta, 2 on Orlando, but 5 games head-to-head with Atlanta, the host and there, everyone was kind of like, wow, okay, yeah, I mean, definitely it can happen just because the Icemen will have a lot of say-so. Kind of feels like the Icemen control, I don't want to say they control their own destiny, but they kind of do in a way because of the games in hand and the head-to-head matchup still left with Atlanta. They can really dictate maybe how this plays out in the end, and it still may need some help at the end, but if they get wins, there's certainly enough points for Jacksonville to go around, but again, they've set themselves up to where they're going to have to put together quite a run.
Yeah, they'll have to go on a heater, and hopefully that begins tonight. So wrapping up this weekend in this homestand, Atlanta tomorrow night. Again, the first of 5 more meetings between those two clubs. The last 3 games of the season for Jacksonville are all at Atlanta, but we'll deal with that another time in April. Closing out the weekend, it'll be Jacksonville hosting the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. Another crucial game this Sunday at 3 o'clock. Pub Sub uniforms this Sunday in the final meeting of the year between Jacksonville and Greenville.
Yeah, it is. And the Pub Sub jerseys, I know they were a big hit when we announced them, and then I think some of the fans are like, we haven't won a game since we've worn those. But you know what? It's really about the jerseys. And again, a great partner in Publix. There's still a hit there. And again, it's a big game. Without question, Greenville, that is the key of that game. A head-to-head matchup with the team, a chance to gain 2 more points on them, and it'll be another game played for Greenville in that case as well. So, again, it's a Publix Family Fun Day game. It's also Pucks and Paws presented by Forever Vets Animal Hospital. So you can bring your dog to the game. Your dog does need a ticket. There's some information on JacksIcemen.com. You can also give our office a call there as well. But it is one of those games you can bring your dog to the game, and it's always a lot of fun. So we hope to have a big crowd of 2-legged fans and of the 4-legged variety as well.
Well, that immediately begs the question. I did say beg.
You just say, I caught that. I got that.
Thank you. About whether the attendance will include the fur babies or not. You know, if they have a ticket.
Oh, it certainly does include.
Our attendance today, 7,000, just to throw a number out there. X thousand of which may be dogs.
That is very possible, and the dogs will count because they are going to be a ticketed patron.
That is remarkable.
To the game, yes, and so that's how that works, and we hope
patron.
Yeah, a patron.
Canine patron.
Canine patron of the canine variety.
And the Icemen have done this before, and I said last year, and I will say again, for those that are concerned, and I know most of you are, my Dalmatian Hunter will not be attending the game on Sunday. That is best for me and you.
You did say that last year. Said there's just too much of a handful, and it's going to stir too many problems up. So you're saying no on them coming.
He is a bit of a problem child, but he's my problem child. I don't want to unleash his fury on everybody else, so or his fur, for that matter. So, Hunter, be a good boy at home on Sunday.
I think most people know that if their dog is good to bring to a game and good in public. Some people know that. They're not going to bother. They want to enjoy the game. If they know they're going to have to wrestle their dog, most those people aren't going to bring their dog. But we hope to see a lot of dogs, and it's a lot of fun, and it's a chance to kind of show off your prized pet, and certainly wish I could bring mine, but they're all the way up in the state of Virginia right now.
Oh, that's terrible.
It is terrible. I miss them dearly.
I would too. I miss your dogs dearly now too. So let's wrap up the homestand real quick. We focused so much on this weekend, but there are 2 more games on this homestand that are next weekend, and man, it's another gauntlet for the Icemen. A week from today, the Everblades are right back here on Friday the 13th of March. It is Florida at Jacksonville, and then the homestand concludes on Saturday the 14th. It's only the first place South Carolina Stingrays in town that day, which in addition is going to be the front end of a home and home with the first place Stingrays. It's Jacksonville at South Carolina on Sunday the 15th.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be a tough weekend, and again a very well could be another make or break weekend. Again, it just depends how things play out, but without question, some big matchups against the top 2 teams in the South Division. So the Icemen will have their hands full in that. I know that the March 14th game, that Saturday game, is our cancer awareness night. So hoping everyone comes on out and supports the fight against cancer. It is our cancer. The team will have a lot going on for that game for the Cancer Awareness Night. So again, that's March 14th. I know our Girl Scouts are going to be out for the March 14th game as well. So lots of chances, though, Arlie, to see the Icemen play on home ice here. Again, this is one of 10 more games this month here on home ice, and Jacksonville hopes to use it to its favor.
And fans, we need you. We absolutely need you to come out and support this team in Jacksonville's push for the Kelly Cup playoffs, and it's starting right here against Florida. Hopefully it's starting with a victory against the Everblades. 2-1 Jacksonville after 2 periods. We will take a very quick break and come back momentarily. This is Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
The Jacksonville Icemen offer discounted tickets for groups of 10 or more. Whether it's a company outing, a group from your school or church, or just a gathering of friends, the Icemen can help you set up a night of fun at a discounted cost. Other benefits include an intermission ride on the popular Fan Zam, a post-game group photo, or take a shot on net after the game. Ticket fundraisers are also available. For more information, contact the Iceman office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or visit us online at jacksiceman.com. Iceman Hockey, Field of Freeze.
Ever wish we didn't have so many bank fees? Ouch!
We should get a free checking account at Community First. They even give you a cash bonus. Ouch!
Ever wish we had just bought a jar of honey instead of harvesting it?
Ow! Bad bee!
Have you heard the buzz? Community First is giving up to $200 cash bonuses when you open a free checking account with direct deposit. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First. Love where you bank. NCUA insured.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Newman. Rebound!
Goosebumps stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
We are back. Harley Johnson along with Alex Reed. Third period upcoming. Jacksonville on top by 1. 2-1 is the score. Mike Hedden has both goals for Jacksonville. He has been brilliant, not just tonight, but for the last handful of games. I believe you said it, 9 goals in the last 10 games now, I think.
I think it's 10 goals now, because he had the second one of the game. Yeah, coming in, he had scored. You're right, it was 9. I stand corrected here. He had 7 in the last 9, so he has 9 in the last 10.
And Adam Carlson has backstopped the Icemen to this point, saving 16 of 17 shots. Puck is down, and we are underway. Third period action. It's Dejan Mingo for the Icemen. Getting it to center ice, trying to knock it loose for Chase Lang. It's bottled up in the neutral zone. Comes free for the Everblades at their own blue line. Waugh tries to get around Mingo. He'll drop it into the right of Carlson. Shiplow got twisted up on the play. Comes loose for the Everblades. Waugh tries to drop it down low. Mingo stands it up there. Tries to flip it away from a double team. Helping out is Albert. It goes behind the net for the Icemen. Shiplow ahead. And Neuber takes the body, but Jacksonville gets the puck and plays it away. It's the Icemen through center ice. Shiplow cautiously into the zone. 2-on-3 for the moment, but a drop pass for Lang. Lang for Warren in front, and it's Shiplow, and a save by Johnson as Shiplow tried to go 5-hole on a gorgeous passing play from the Icemen, and the defenseman Luke Shiplow nearly polished it off.
Yeah, he nearly did there. What a great pass. I wasn't expecting that last little pass to Shiplow on the front door as he streaked by, picked it up, and got an opportunity. And Johnson wasn't quite too confident that he had that one right between the legs there, but he did do a good job in stopping it. And I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting more of a shot from up there at the slot, but it was a little drop down low and actually ended up being the better opportunity.
And Johnson squeezed the pads just enough, but he was not sure of it himself. He looked behind him, had his head completely turned, wondering where the puck was. Turned out it was underneath his pads all along. Jacksonville continues to pressure here. They win the offensive zone draw. It is Shaw for Warren. In the high slot, Rister is blocked, and it comes the other way for the Everblades. Hunter Brinker, lead pass ahead. Great back check from Brendan Warren. So good with his 200-foot game. The Everblades do get it back, but no pressure there from Florida because of that play from Brendan Warren. The Icemen clear it out of their own zone. This will be icing, and it will bring it back into the Jacksonville zone. But that's just another little play that you see out there that this is not in the box score that has a coach like Jason Christie awful happy with a guy like Brendan Warren.
Oh, I mean, what a pickup for the team. This is a guy that was cleaned off waivers, I believe, and was a free agent. Kind of fell victim to a numbers game in Indy, but he's a guy that he's going to play at the next level one day without question. He's got the ability, the speed, the offensive skill, but again, the 200-foot game is what's so key. He back checks, he forechecks, and he just hustles. He gives you 110%, and a great addition here for this club, and Coach Christie loves him.
Hayden Shaw stands a man up behind the net. That gets it loose for Harrison. Harrison, who's also played well tonight, can't clear it out just yet. Derek Angeli right at the blue line. He'll turn and forehand it back underneath. Getting a piece of it there is Harrison once again, but not enough to clear. It is Fortunato for Hunter Brinker. Hunter Brinker loses it to Rabbit, who loses it back Clark tries to clear it away on the backhand. Hunter Brinker holds it in at the line. Jacksonville again struggling to clear the zone. Penalty coming now on the Icemen as Clark touches it up. But Brendan Warren is going to be going to the box this time for hooking, and it will be a power play for the Everblades early in this third period.
Yeah, Hunter Brinker just had a lot of space and speed, and he kind of blew right by everybody, even though he was going wide, and he draws this penalty because of the hustle play. And that's, Hunter Brinker, another one of those guys, he's just always going, and that time able to draw the penalty, and another crucial penalty kill here for the Icemen here at this juncture in the hockey game.
Florida is 0 for 2 on the power play thus far, as are the Icemen for that matter. And the draw will be to the left side of Adam Carlson. The two veterans penalty killing, John Albert and Mike Hedden for Jacksonville. Expect a lot of pressure from Florida on this power play. Jacksonville's got to do their absolute best on this kill. Everblades win the draw. It is Soul with a centering feed. It's deflected by Mingo behind the net. Comes loose into the left wing corner. And an elbow goes up high on Mike Hedden, but no call. Garland got that elbow up high, but we play on. Hunter Garland now has the puck. Left wing half boards along the near side. Shepard moves it cross ice for Soul. Wrister and a screen. Save is made. Rebound goes behind the net for Jacksonville. Mingo, oh, what a self pass to give himself more space and clear it the length of the ice.
Great play by Mingo there. Picked up the puck, and Garland went to challenge him. Able to work it around Garland, kind of pass it to himself off the boards to enable him the time to get that clear the other way.
Florida right back in, but an offside will be called. Jacksonville's defense, I think, forced Angeli to shift just a little too much before gaining the line, and that'll throw the timing off and set that face-off outside the blue line. I was surprised. I remember Derek Angeli from the Norfolk Admirals, but I was surprised to see his frame out there at 6'3", 205. Just didn't remember him being such a big player, but I mean, that is the body of a Florida Everblade forward if I've ever seen one.
Without question, the prototype there. Big guys that can put the puck in the net and can skate there, and that's the thing with Angeli. Again, he just always had that big presence about him there, and sometimes I've seen him, he'll use it from a physical standpoint, and when he does, he can be really effective there, kind of be that power forward role, but definitely got some good size, and that's the way they like to grow him there in Estero.
Face off again outside the blue line. 1:12 to go on this power play for the Everblades. Jacksonville wins another draw. It is Harrison wristing it all the way behind the Everblade net. It's been an excellent kill thus far for Jacksonville, but we still have 60 seconds to go on it. Looking for the drop pass is Cole McDonald. He does get it loose for Pendenza. Pendenza cross ice. It is kicked into the zone by the Everblades. Comes loose for Jacksonville. Lang bats at it. It goes over the glass and out of play on a deflection. So no delay of game against Chase Lang. It will be a face-off, however, in Jacksonville's end.
Yeah, just a collision there between the two sticks. One for Florida, and I believe that was McDonald, and then Lang reaching forward. They both kind of enabled that puck to go out of play there. Again, the linesman all over it to say it was deflected out and not in the area of any delay game upcoming.
Adam Dowd on the face-off for Jacksonville against Hugo Waugh for Florida. Icemen win the draw. They'll clear it. Right back behind Cam Johnson's net, leaving it for Cole McDonald. McDonald in his first game for Florida, and he's getting a top power play time, and he gets it over the blue line. Mingo defends on McDonald. Off the boards for Coper. Cross ice it is Waugh, and Florida really for the first time in this power play will set up in the offensive end. Snapshot on goal. Save is made by Carlson from the right circle off the stick of Pendenza, but Carlson saw it all the way, and he'll gobble that up 99 times out of 100.
Yeah, I mean, it was an outside perimeter shot, and again, that's fine. The Icemen will let those go in, get through. If they can block it, great, but they'll let those get through there to Carlson. He can make those saves, and it's very good. It's just when the Everblades get in the middle there and they start to abuse that slot, Jacksonville has been kind of prone to that this year.
Face off to Carlson's left. Icemen win another draw. It is Mingo behind the net, trying to speed by a couple of men, gets it off glass. McDonald gloves it down. Rabbit tries to keep it going, and we're going to have a hand pass called against Florida this time. McDonald kept it in with his glove, but it went to a teammate, and that'll bring the draw outside the line with just 10 seconds to go on this power play.
And that's just fine by Jacksonville. Brings the face-off out of the offensive end. 10 seconds to go here on the penalty to Warren. And even by the time Florida gets this thing set up, the Warren services will be available there with the penalty expiring.
Everett Clark is out there penalty killing now with Wasey Rabbit. Just a few ticks left on it, though, as the Everblades have it at center ice. Fortunato over the line for Auger. Wrist shot goes high and wide. Karam's all the way to center ice. Everblades do not hold it in. It's a delayed offside as Warren is out of the penalty box and teams are back at 5-on-5. Excellent kill there from the Icemen as Wasey Rabbit deflects behind the Everblade net. Johnson will leave the puck for Fortunato. Fortunato turns on Warren. Warren stays right there with him on a great forecheck. Poking it up the wall. Clark gets a piece of it trying to hold it in. Deflects free to an open side. The Everblades finally get it to center ice. And Cody Soul with a long slapper, easily gloved by Carlson, and he'll sweep the puck to Cederholm on the right wing. Cederholm up glass by everybody. This is going to be icing against Jacksonville. 15:20 to go. That's not what the Icemen wanted there, as they'll bring it back into their own end. But just the same, an excellent kill there from Jacksonville.
Yeah, and a needed one without question. At this point in the game, I mean, you've got the lead. You just cannot allow Florida that many opportunities to get some power play chances. Again, we talked about it, their power play hasn't been great this season, but they got the guys up front there to get the job done, and especially in those situations.
Jacksonville tries to clear out. Again, it is the Everblades holding it in. Cederholm back behind the net. He'll try the far side for Hedden, looking to golf it out. Florida is there to deny. Cederholm back behind his net. He'll try the near side this time. And with the help of Chase Lang, finally they get it free to the left wing for Weidman. Weidman gains center ice before slapping it around the wall, and the Icemen are first on the puck, at least for now. Lang got to stick up high. He's got to be careful there, but he does get it loose for Hedden behind the net. Hedden goes off the apron to himself, tries to center it for Lang. It goes to Shiplow instead. In front, Dowda with a turnaround shot, deflected wide of the net as it trickled to the far post, and it comes loose for the Everblades. Adam Smith just standing behind his cage now as Jacksonville completes a line change, but that was a good response shift from Jacksonville, looking for a little offensive pressure. They don't want to just protect this lead. They want to try to increase this lead if possible.
Yeah, if they can, they need to, because one goal that's just too tight, too close for comfort there. Even a 2-goal lead with this Florida club may not be enough. But again, the way Jacksonville's playing here, I mean, they're being very responsible defensively. I think another goal could really do this team some wonders here, and kind of give them a little bit of breathing room. But definitely a tightly contested affair here today.
You want to pressure, but you want to pressure smartly as the Icemen take it over the blue line. Dumping it in behind the net is Everett Clark. Rabbit is going to be first on the puck in the right wing corner. He gets 2 defenders immediately on him. Clark is there to help out for the Icemen. It's 2-on-2 along the corner boards. Rabbit digs it free, gets it to the line for Shaw. Shaw for Warren, then for Rabbit near side. Spins around McDonald. Takes it back into the right wing corner, gets bumped by McDonald, and Shepard will take the puck over and start a 3-man attack for the Everblades. It is Angeli with an lead pass, deflected away but not cleared yet. Man gets spilled, no call as the Icemen get the puck. It is Rabbit up the boards. Shepard will block it in the neutral zone and toss it high into the air. Hunter Garland is going to be first on the puck. Drop pass for Hunter Brinker. Hunter Brinker at the right wing circle. Drops it down low. Harrison again is right there. An excellent defensive play by Chase Harrison. And that allows the Icemen to clear the zone. 13:20 to go in the third period. It's Jacksonville 2, Florida 1. A steal from the Icemen in the neutral zone. Here's John Albert for the Icemen. Drop pass. Lang with a shot that is deflected behind the net. The Icemen get it right back. Hedden with a tap towards goal. And Johnson makes that save as well, as Hedden was bidding for the hat trick. It's 2-1 Jacksonville. We'll have a stoppage in play. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Full and half-season Icemen Elite memberships are currently on sale. Elite memberships offer discounted ticket pricing and guarantees you the same seats to enjoy all of the action. As an Elite member, you will be invited to attend exclusive events throughout the season, receive merchandise and parking discounts, and even meet the team. Monthly payment plans are also available. Packages start as low as $260. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. or log on to JacksIcemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
2-1 Icemen leading the Florida Everblades along with Alex Reed. This is Arlie Johnson with you on Mixler. The Icemen with an offensive zone draw face-off, trying to work it loose as Hedden, but it squirts free for Justin Auger instead. Auger gets it to center ice, no further. Hedden taps it back into the zone. Bouncing puck there, and it's Hedden's again. Trying to leave it at the line. Hedden for Lang, right circle, winds and fires. Deflected on net, and Johnson makes the save. It went off the knee of an Everblade defender, and Johnson had to be alert with that one. And the Icemen, I like their pushback here after that penalty kill. Looking for that insurance goal that we were talking about.
Yeah, they're getting some chances in on Johnson. Last couple have kind of been deflected or slowed on the way in. So it was easy pickings for Johnson in that standpoint. But again, the Icemen are driving, and they're holding the puck in at the blue line and creating some opportunity.
Shots on goal in this period, 3 each for Jacksonville and for Florida. Florida has a slight edge in shots overall at 20-19. Jacksonville gets it to the blue line, no further, but they regroup and still have the puck at their own line now. Up the left wing, it is Albert taking it to the blue line. Again, he has stood up at the line, and the Everblades work in transition. Coper over the blue line, onside, centering feed, goes all the way to Carlson, who will make the stick save. Comes loose for Mingo. Mingo off the boards, trying to set up Martin for a 2-on-1, but it was just out of his reach, and it will be an icing call. Mingo had the right idea, but that was a very difficult pass to execute.
It was, and you had to have just the right touch on it, because what he didn't want to do was do it too softly and then Florida take it back and go the other way. He wanted to get it at least ahead. He just put a little bit too much punch on it, and it rolled away and obviously sailed down for what was an icing. If he had it perfectly, it would have been a potential odd man rush the other way for Jax.
Instead, it's a face-off to Adam Carlson's left. Albert takes and wins the draw for Leidsman. Leidsman cannot clear. Waugh holds in. Behind the net for Neuber. Neuber curls to the left face-off circle. Leaving the puck there for Clifford. Mingo got a piece of it. Clifford gets it back. Wrist shot on goal. Blocker save is made by Carlson. Rebound swept away from the crease, but not out of the zone yet. Neuber puts a forehand well over the crossbar. Catches nothing but glass. It's into the right wing corner now. Leidsman and Mingo, the 2 defensemen for Jacksonville, trying to keep the play pinned up along the wall. Also trying to pry it loose for the Icemen is Chase Lang, still pinned up against the boards. Finally, it comes free for Mingo, gets it loose for Lang. It's a 3-man rush for Jacksonville. Lang over the blue line, cross ice look, poked away by Smith, and the Icemen unable to convert on what ultimately turned into a 3-on-2. Now it's Florida into the zone. Neuber going wide on a man, trying to get around Mingo. Centering pass goes right through the slot, all the way to the blue line. Soul plays it into the corner. The Icemen tap it loose. Comes for Craig Martin. Martin on his backhand, flipping it free for Dowda. Dowda is over the blue line. Wrist shot on net. Save is made. Rebound. And another save by Johnson, as Bobby Lynch had a great chance on that second attempt. Johnson is actually keeping his team in the game at times tonight as the Icemen try to bring it back into the zone.
Yeah,
it is Warren. Go ahead.
Yeah. 2 challenging chances there. The first by Dowd, and then on the rebound, Johnson able to make that save. Those are 2 big stops. Those were not easy shots to stop that time.
Hunter Brinker into the zone. Got to the line and no further. Everett Clark breaking it up. Up the left wing by everybody. Another icing against Jacksonville. They have certainly not been hesitant to have a few icings tonight. They just try and regroup and catch their breath a little bit in the defensive zone.
And I think, too, sometimes, they maybe try to get a little tired. Maybe you don't have the option. You try to force something. And I don't think the Everblades are a team you want to force something. If you don't have it, just play it, send it down. And you don't want to give them any offensive zone draws. But at the same time, you don't want to force any turnovers, because we've talked about it, how Florida can really make you pay for your mistakes. And, again, very opportunistic. Just don't give the Everblades the opportunities.
The Icemen win a faceoff, but do not clear. Said that quite a few times lately, but the Icemen do get it back. This time they knock it to center ice, but that is all. Florida drives it back around the wall. Hunter Garland, first on the puck ahead of Hayden Shaw. He'll reverse it for Hunter Brinker. Back for Garland behind the net. Everett Clark on the defense there. Comes loose for Angeli. To the blue line, it's McDonald. Cross ice for Shepard. Seam pass for Angeli. Throws it in front, and a great play by Chase Harrison again, diving into the slot to sweep that puck into the corner. And the Icemen finally do clear, no icing this time. 9:40 to go in the third period. It remains Jacksonville 2, Florida 1 in a tightly contested affair. Lynch in his own end. Back into the corner, Cederholm, nice one hand on the stick, shovel pass to Leidsman. Gets it loose to the left wing for Martin, who starts a three-man rush. Bobby Lynch, right wing side, tries to center, plays it down low for Dowda, looks for the bank shot, and Johnson was there to freeze his body up against the short side post. Everblades get it to center ice and clear it in. Pendenza unable to keep it in the zone. The Icemen get it back. It is Martin dropping it free. Martin just shoveling it in. Lynch chases after it. Smith is ahead of him by a stride, and the Everblades will clear. This time it will be icing against Florida, and we'll stop the action with 8:53 to go in the third period. And an offensive zone draw now for the Icemen. Jacksonville at this point, I think, is just waiting for these kind of situations for their offense. You know, win a face-off or maybe a mistake defensively for Florida. Maybe they try to gamble in certain situations and see if the Icemen can capitalize on it. Jacksonville does win this draw. Shot deflects towards goal, but never quite reached the net. Would have been dangerous if it had gotten all the way there, though. The Everblades do play it back out to the Jacksonville end. It is Mingo circling the back of his cage. Long outlet pass for Hedden. Over the blue line is Hedden. On his backhand, he's got Clark and Albert with him, or Lang rather, and Albert. He gets reversed for Albert. His pass is blocked. He gets it right back. Albert on his backhand, flips it for Mingo at the right point. Mingo throws it towards goal. It is deflected into the corner. Lang, great play with his body positioning to kick it loose for Albert. To the blue line, it is Mingo. Cross ice off the boards. Shiplow cannot get there. It was too hot a pass to handle and out of his reach. The Everblades get it to center ice and will play it behind the net of Carlson. Mingo, great turn and edge work on his skates. Feeds it ahead for Warren, who will deflect to the left of Cam Johnson. Cody Stoll leaving the puck behind the net for Fortunato. Into forecheck is Warren. Nearly got it free. Again, hounding Fortunato is Warren. But the Everblades are able to keep the puck and play it to center. Neville will deflect in and clear the zone. Carlson plays it himself this time for Clark. Clark up the left wing, gets over the blue line. He's got Rabbit with him. Clark with speed, trying to go around Shepard. Shepard stands him up, but the Icemen still have possession. At the blue line, it's Harrison. Rister is deflected off glass behind the net. Rabbit lets it go for Clark. Clark into the slot for Warren. His shot is blocked. Couldn't pull the trigger in time. It was well defended by the Everblades, who will play it to center ice. Jacksonville back with it in their own zone. It is Clark for Rabbit. Rabbit got to the blue line, but no further. Florida has it in their own zone. Garland deflects the puck in. Angeli holding up Hayden Shaw on the play. Could have been called for holding, but will play on. Florida keeps it in the zone, but the shot is blocked. Jacksonville gets it away. It's a possible three-man attack for them. Martin over the blue line. He'll just play it in behind the Florida net safely. It goes off the end boards. Dowda hustles to try to center. Florida is there to prevent it from getting to him as well. It is Angeli getting to center ice and clearing into the zone. Leidsman for Jacksonville. He's got all day. Outlet pass picked off at center by the Everblades. Taken back over by Jacksonville at the red line. Dowda with Martin. Martin got taken down off the puck as Dowda tries to shoot towards net, but it is deflected out of play. And it will be an offensive zone draw for Jacksonville. 6:23 to go in the third period. The Icemen still nursing this 2-1 lead over Florida.
Yeah, without question, Jacksonville, they've been doing a pretty good job here. They're not really letting the Florida Everblades get any kind of rhythm or control here in the neutral zone or even in the offensive zone. They're hustling back, and they're making some steals here. Both teams are kind of ping-pong possessions at times, but Florida's not really got any kind of rhythm here in the last 10 minutes or so.
Everblades to center ice. It is Smith with a pitchfork in to the left of Carlson. He gets reversed by Jacksonville to the right side. Lang takes a hit in order to get the puck free for Cederholm. Cederholm for Albert through the neutral zone. Florida has three men back as Albert clears in behind the Everblade net.
getting it loose for Hedden. Hedden waits for a trailer. On his backhand and all the way to the blue line is the Icemen. Shiplow, center point, passes deflected, and it goes over the blue line and out to center ice. Mingo getting it back for the Icemen, gets to the blue line. It's onside as he plays in behind the Florida net and chases after it himself. The Everblades beat him to the puck, however. Koper takes a big hit from Brendan Warren this time as the Everblades clear it out. It is Mingo trying to take that puck off the boards. Couldn't get it loose, but now the Icemen with a steal at center ice. Shiplow has it poke checked away. Comes into the high slot for Warren. Warren into the left wing circle. Centering feed comes all the way to Mingo. Sharp angle shot. Save is made by Johnson. And no rebound as we go to break. 5:15 to go. We are set up for a dramatic finish as the Icemen lead 2-1 over the Florida Everblades. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey on Mixlr and ECHL.TV.
Ever wish we didn't have so many bank fees? Ouch.
We should get a free checking account at Community First. They even give you a cash bonus. Ouch.
Ever wish we had just bought a jar of honey instead of harvesting it?
Ow, bad bee.
Have you heard the buzz? Community First is giving up to $200 cash bonuses when you open a free checking account with direct deposit. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First. Love where you bank. NCUA insured.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Newman. Rebound!
Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
We are back for the final 5:15 of the third period. Arlie Johnson and Alex Reed with you on Mixlr. Jacksonville leading Florida 2-1. This is a team in Florida that the Icemen have not beaten in their last 8 straight games. The Icemen actually won the first 2 games of the series this year, but it has been all Florida since then. Jacksonville trying to buck that trend tonight, and they've played very well. They have earned this lead right now, but they still have 5 minutes to finish it off. Florida gets to center ice, bottled up right at the penalty box doors. Nobody can get the handle to it. Finally, it comes free for Bobby Lynch for Jacksonville. Shiplow drives it off the wall, safely to center ice, just making a simple play. Now a steal from the Icemen in the neutral zone. Trying to get in the blue line and able to clear in is Dowda. Craig Martin bumps a man in Fortunato. Puck squirts loose. Waugh gets taken down. Penalty coming on Jacksonville. It's going to be a tripping call. I believe it's Adam Dowda going to the box, and if you're going to beat Florida, you know it's not going to be easy, and it's just a little more difficult now.
Yeah, it was. I was just going to say, the Icemen are kind of winning the neutral zone right now. I mean, they're winning the battles. They're winning possession. They're getting it deep. That time down, just a little bit of a reach that time. He brought the Florida player down. He was just trying to get to the puck there after a turnover was created, and didn't want Florida to jump on it, but they did. Now he draws the penalty, and another crucial point here, and another big penalty kill. We'll see if the PK unit can keep it going right now. So far, so good here so far in this game.
John Albert and Mike Hedden has become the top penalty kill unit for the Icemen. Jacksonville as a group has done very well on the penalty kill as of late, but the Everblades win this draw. It is Shepard walking the line at the blue line. Shot on net, save made, rebound, score. Just like that, it is Derek Angeli that knots it up at 2 on a power play goal. It only took 5 seconds on this power play, and with 4:32 to go in the third period, it's a 2-2 hockey game.
What have we said here? That the Icemen have probably made. You give the Everblades an opportunity, they're going to make you pay for it, okay? They had the shorthanded goal early. You coughed up the puck at the blue line. It led to a shorthanded goal. Here, you commit a penalty. You give them another opportunity on the power play, and they are able to make the advantage of it. This is an opportunistic team, and again, as good as the Icemen have been in this game and really controlled the pace, I think, still, they found a tie game right now, and it's simply incredible. But that's what Florida does. You can never count them out, just because they are as opportunistic as they get.
So we've got some time left here in the third period as the Everblades skate into the offensive zone. It is Garland, right wing circle. Great save by Carlson that time with the right leg. Rebound comes for the Icemen. They'll play it off the boards, and a bank shot goes all the way on goal, so no icing against Jacksonville. They'll get a line change because of it. Derek Shepard carries up the right wing side. Goes cross ice for Justin Auger. Auger cuts to the right wing. He'll wrist it well over the crossbar. It gets glass as Cedarholm will chip it off glass himself and back to center ice. Less than 4 minutes to go in regulation. It's a 2-2 hockey game. Florida has just tied it up on a power play goal from Derek Angeli. Chris Leidsman for the Icemen. D-to-D for Cedarholm. Clark tries to clear it in with the help of Wasey Rabbit. They get it behind the net. It jumps over the stick of Cam Johnson. Squirts loose into the slot. Clark with a drive, and he did not get all of it. In fact, he barely got it at all. It trickled on net, and Johnson is able to cover it up. And Everett Clark puts his head up to the heavens, knowing what could have been.
No doubt. You can just see the frustration on his face. That puck hopped right to him, and he was ready to unleash his shot. Just didn't get good wood on it. Got enough to get it in on goal and bring this face-off here to the offensive zone. Just did not smoke that one in towards Johnson and give him something that was a little bit of a challenge.
Face-off is to Johnson's left. Squirts loose towards the slot, but the Everblades are first on it. Justin Auger gains the red line before playing in behind Carlson's net. Carlson leaving the puck for Cedarholm. Up the right wing wall. Held in by Florida as they pinch in from the line. Coper battling with Leidsman. Or Hedden rather, as Jacksonville clears it out. Foot race for the puck. Clifford beats Dowda to it by a stride. Loose at center ice. Jacksonville has it. Here they come over the blue line. Great play from Dowda. Over the line for Lynch, who took a hit up high, but again, no call. And now a big hit from Jacksonville this time. Craig Martin doing the honors as the Icemen get it loose at center ice. It's the Everblades with it at center. They'll clear the zone. Dejan Mingo first on the puck. He's got plenty of time as Florida now completes a change. Mingo with a lot of speed. He's over the line. Wrister on net. Save is made. Rebound comes to Hedden. It's a bouncing puck. Hedden on his backhand, trying to reverse it to the opposite corner, but there is nobody there. Everblades first on the puck. They get it out to center ice. Mingo stands up. Neville comes loose for the Blades. It is Wah trying to beat a man going wide. Gets a backhander away. Shiplow got his stick separated from him as the Everblades hold it in. McDonald's shot is blocked. Gets it back and tosses it into the corner. Jacksonville takes a big hit as Chase Lang will skate out to center ice. Can he clear it in? The Icemen need to get this change here, and he does and continues with it, in fact. Lang 1-on-4, and he keeps the play moving behind the net, allowing everybody else to get a fresh set of legs out there for the Icemen. Second straight hustle play for the Icemen, and a steal from Jacksonville. Clark beats his man wide, cuts to the forehand. Save is made by Johnson. Rebound is cleared away by the Everblades with just 1:40 to go in regulation. It is Hayden Shaw rimming it around. Johnson blocks it behind the net. And a steal from Jacksonville. Rabbit steps around a man, looking for Warren. He can't get the shot away. Warren gets spilled as the Everblades flip it out to center ice. Hayden Shaw tapping it loose. Comes free for Garland. Garland for Angeli. To the left side and into the zone. Hunter Brinker looking for Angeli again. Backhander, what a save. Rebound save! Carlson! 2 huge saves to keep it deadlocked at 2. With 1:07 to go. Phenomenal effort there from Adam Carlson, but the Icemen not out of the woods yet. Hayden Shaw deflects it into the corner now in the final minute, and Clark will flip it out to the Everblade blue line. Garland clearing in. It is Craig Martin on it for Jacksonville. Lost his footing briefly, gets it around the wall for Dowda. Dowda stick handles back behind his net with 40 seconds to go in the third period. 2-2 hockey game. Jacksonville calming things down and slowing it up a little bit. The Icemen look like they're ready to just go to overtime at this point. Mingo with 28 seconds to go. Now he'll carry it ahead for Lynch. Lynch tries to play into the zone. Comes free for Dowda. Dowda gets it over the blue line. Everblades get it back off the wall. Rolling puck for Mingo for the Icemen. Quickly double team trying to clear it out. Everblades hold it in. Centering pass deflects behind the net. Martin tries to clear it away, looking for Dowda, rolls towards the blue line. Lynch will knock it out to center ice, and that will do it for regulation. And Jacksonville survives the final few minutes there thanks to 2 sparklers from Adam Carlson.
Those were phenomenal saves, and you can see some of the Iceman players go over and say, thanks a lot there, Carly. Thanks for getting it done and keeping it on, keeping that puck off the or out of the net and keeping the goal off the board there. And you know, I think the Icemen there kind of realizing they were in survival mode there in the final couple of minutes. They need the points. They got a point. Now they have to go get that second one right now, Arlie, and that's a big save there by Carlson to enable this team to still have a point out of this game at the very least.
And remember, it was just a couple weeks ago when the Icemen had a similar situation to Florida, whereas maybe the most crushing loss, honestly, in the history of the Jacksonville Icemen, and at least in my opinion, I would say that it was, when Florida won that game with 22 seconds left in regulation. Similar fashion where Jacksonville was just trying to survive. 2 weeks ago, they couldn't. This time, thanks to Adam Carlson, they have at least managed to get their way to salvage at minimum a point, and now they still have a chance to win this contest.
Yeah, they do. And again, it kind of had that feel, Harley. It kind of felt that way. You know, that I kind of was thinking about that game a little bit. Get those bad thoughts out of there. But again, it was one of those situations that it was a situation in which the Icemen were able to get the big stop that time, keep it off, and they do at least get a point. This is a team that needs it, but they need to get 2 here, Arlie, and this is an opportunity to do it. They played well enough to win. Now they got to go out and get it.
Jacksonville will start with John Albert and Chase Lang as the forwards, Hayden Shaw as the defenseman. Again, 3-on-3 in overtime in ECHL play. It's a 7-minute overtime period, not 5 minutes like the NHL. Florida wins the faceoff. They got it deep in their own end. Smith behind his own net. Hunter Garland and Michael Hunterbrinker are the 2 forwards for the Everblades. Hunterbrinker carries over the blue line, drops it for Garland, looking for Smith, back to Garland, walks in, cross ice for Hunterbrinker. Sharp angle shot, save is made. Garland might have been better served taking that shot instead of the pass to Hunterbrinker. But Florida still has the puck in the offensive zone. It is Hunterbrinker looking to go wide on Shaw. Shaw pinning him up against the boards, trying to get the puck free for Lang. Lang does get it loose briefly, trying to tap it ahead. Everblades get it back, and they'll keep it in the zone. It is Garland off the boards this time for Hunterbrinker, right wing side. Shaw defends on Hunterbrinker. It's been all Everblades thus far. Shepard just onto the ice. Spin move around Lang. Cuts to the forehand. Save is made. Rebound goes behind the net. The Everblades still have it. Backhanding it off the wall and all the way to center ice. But the Icemen still have the same 3 guys on the ice. Now a steal from Jacksonville. Albert couldn't carry it. They'll try to get a quick line change. Albert heads to the bench, but that is it. Florida right back in. And a slot pass and a steal. Breakaway. Bobby Lynch for the win for the Icemen. Save. Johnson with the glove. Comes loose. Lynch nearly got it again. Johnson nearly gave that puck right back to Bobby Lynch. A drop pass from Florida that went awry, and it went right to Bobby Lynch instead. Johnson saves the day for Florida for now, but Jacksonville's right back in. Lynch, deflection, save, rebound, save, as Mingo had a pair of opportunities.
Cam Johnson coming up big, first on the breakaway, and 2 chances there by Dejan Mingo. The Iceman knocking on the door, but Johnson closing that door shut right now. And 2 chances there from Mingo on the first redirect, and then kind of took a little jab at the puck as it hopped down briefly there in front of Johnson. But big stops there. Iceman, it can change just like that early in 3-on-3. That's what makes it so exciting. Now the fans coming to their feet here trying to make a little noise.
So the momentum now belongs to the Icemen. Critical face-off in the offensive zone. It's Everett Clark winning it for Jacksonville. Wasey Rabbit and Dejan Mingo also on the ice. That's your trio for the Icemen. It's Mingo for Clark. Dropping it back for Mingo, left circle. Tries to step around Auger. He'll go behind the Everblade net and come all the way to the right circle. Dropping it back for Clark. Good weave work done here by the Icemen. Clark behind the Everblade net. On his backhand for now. Drops it for Wasey Rabbit. This is like the Harlem Globetrotters out here with all this weave work. Mingo forehanded is blocked. He gets it right back. Wrist shot again blocked by Auger, and it goes out of play.
Yeah, 2 blocks there by Auger. He's just a big guy. You're just shooting into a wall itself, and Mingo trying to pull the trigger on a couple of shots, but Auger just that big frame getting in the way.
4:43 to go in overtime. Jacksonville this year in OT, 4-5, including 3 wins in a row. I should add that too. Florida in overtime this year is 4-3. At least games decided specifically in overtime. We'll talk about shootouts if we need to. Jacksonville looking to win another offensive zone draw, and they have it. It is Dowda all the way to the blue line. Man falls down. Dowda's got an opening. Slap shot. Save again by Johnson. Jacksonville now up to 4 quality shots in just about the last minute and a half.
Yeah, that was the one right there. The Florida player slipped, lost an edge. I believe that might have been Fortunato. It was challenging Dowda. That was able to allow Dowda to get some space. Came down the slot once he got in the circle, took the shot, but Johnson again standing tall.
The Icemen now with 30 shots on goal, even up with Florida, 30 apiece. Frosties for everybody here as the Everblades win this faceoff. Derek Shepard stick handles out of his own end. Up the right side for Waugh, gives it up to Jacksonville, but Shiplow couldn't maintain it and get it loose for Dowda. Long outlet pass deflected into the zone by the Everblades. Goes behind the Jacksonville net. Waugh will beat Shiplow to the puck. Craig Martin is there to knock it free. Around the boards we go to the left side for Dowda. He's got Martin with him, but he'll drop it back for Shiplow instead. Shiplow slowly through the neutral zone. Over the blue line, onside. Here comes Shiplow now accelerating. Sharp angle shot off the side of the net. Shiplow gets it back all the way to the right circle. Shiplow just moving it into an open corner. Dowda falls down. Everblades get the puck, and the Icemen have to hustle to get some fresh legs on the ice and prevent an odd man rush. Still it is Shepard in the slot. Rister goes high and wide. Karam's free for the Icemen. There's a man ahead of the pack. Mike Hedden, breakaway for the victory and a hat trick. Glove save by Johnson. It was a beauty.
Lots of fun here, Arlie, and a chance for the win and the hat trick for Mike Hedden. He kind of hesitated back. He waited to see what would happen there. The shot by Shepard went high, and the puck bounced back. That allowed them to get the puck up to him so quickly for that breakaway chance.
What a storybook ending that would have been for Mike Hedden. But credit Cam Johnson, man. He has been brilliant. He's been at his best tonight in these 3.5 minutes of overtime. Hedden on the faceoff for Jacksonville with Bobby Lynch. Dejan Mingo is also out there for Jacksonville. Battle for the loose puck. It comes free for Florida. Clifford dropping it for Garland. Garland carrying up the left wing side. He's got a lot of space over the blue line onside. Dropping it for Clifford. It rolls all the way to Carlson. Knocked free, and it comes for the Icemen, and they'll skate in transition. Mingo starts the rush. Dropping it for Lynch. Back for Mingo. Mingo, sharp angle shot. Score! Dejan Mingo wins it for Jacksonville in overtime. 3-2 your final. At the 3:51 mark of OT, Jacksonville will go home winners tonight.
And the Icemen flood out onto the ice, and they mob Dejan Mingo. They get it done, and they pick up a 3-2 win here in overtime. And a big victory here, and a hard-fought and well-deserved victory. Mingo took a tough-angled shot. I don't know if that one got hit on the backside or that one went in right off Mingo cleanly. Mingo cuts in. I think it just trickled past Johnson. Yeah, this will be Mingo's goal. As good as Johnson was in his hockey game, he could not allow that one at that time, but he did. It just kind of trickled in for the opportunity. And they make the announcement there, Dejan Mingo, he gets the big tally here today. What a win, and a much-needed one against a very good Florida Everblades club. The Icemen breaking an 8-game losing streak to Florida here today on home ice. And the Icemen, they had to find a way to beat Florida at some point here in this stretch in the month of February and March. And it looks as if they did that here today. Well, they did do that here today. We get a couple more cracks at the Everblades a little bit later on. But a point for Florida. That'll even them up with South Carolina for the top spot in the South Division. It's a big late goal there by Florida, able to get them a point to, I believe, tie them up now for the top spot in the South. But for Jacksonville, they need points, and they get it. Send it to Joe Master for the 3 stars.
Saves your number 3 star, number 35, Adam Carlson.
Adam Carlson, your number 3 star. He was big here today. Able to make 29 saves, including some game-saving ones late.
Number 10, Dejan Mingo.
Mingo with a goal, the game winner, and he also had an assist in this game. He's today's number 2 star.
And your number 1 star, he scored twice tonight, number 8, Mike Hedden.
Mike Hedden is your number 1 star, 2 goals, and boy, did he have some other chances for the hat trick, including in overtime. And he gets the number 1 star here today. He's going to be joined down there with Arlie. He's going to have a chat with Mike Hedden.
Mike Hedden, your number 1 star tonight. You know it's going to take a 60-minute effort to beat a team like the Florida Everblades. They had come in having won 20 of their previous 23 games. Actually needed a little more than 60 minutes tonight, but man, did you guys get the job done with a consistent effort.
You know, we got our back against the wall right now. We know what's at stake, and we got to come ready to play like that here on out for the last 14 games.
This is the first game of a 5-game homestand. I get the feeling that you feel like this had to be the start of something special to get there, you know, try and get in the hunt for the Kelly Cup playoffs.
Yeah, we needed this one, but at the same token, you know, tomorrow's a new day, and that's just as big as tonight, and same with Sunday. You know, those are 2 big games coming up, and we need those wins.
Mike, personally for you, you've scored 9 goals in the last 10 games. You are on a torrid stretch right now. What is working so well for you right now along with your line mates?
You know, I think my line, you know, Albs and Lang, I think we're just starting to click now. We got a lot of chemistry going, and you know, we're getting our chances, and you know, they're finally starting to go in for us.
All right, well done. Congratulations, Heads.
Thank you.
There's your number 1 star tonight, Mike Hedden.
And there you have it, Arlie, hearing it from the veteran in Mike Hedden. Again, as Arlie mentioned, 9 goals in the last 10 games for Mike Hedden. Boy, he has been on a torrid pace and has 2 goals here today, and including the first 2 of the game. And then the game winner going to Dejan Mingo, set up by Bobby Lynch, who had a great opportunity on the breakaway in overtime as well. Time of the goal in overtime, 3:51. Mingo getting his 6th of the year on kind of an innocent-looking shot. I mean, of all the great saves that Cam Johnson made here tonight, and of all the chances the Icemen were able to generate, and Johnson was phenomenal. It was the one that kind of went just on a short side, kind of dribbled past him. He got a good piece of it, just trickled across. It did slip past. That one's the one that won it. Mingo getting the goal here. He also had an assist in the game to cap off a 2-point night. He was the number 2 star. And then, of course, Adam Carlson gets the win here tonight, and making 29 saves here in this one. So, again, Johnson very well could have got a star in this game, but, you know, based on the circumstance, you got a guy with 2 goals and then a guy with the game winner in overtime and an assist, plus the winning goalie going to Carlson. The Icemen get all 3 here in this one. So big win here for the club. Icemen just edged the Everblades in shots on goal in this game, 32-31. With that last shot by Mingo, gave him the edge and the win overall. But it was Jacksonville getting on the board first. We talk about it. It's a different club when they play with the lead. And they get a goal at 6:38. Mike Hedden forcing a turnover up at the blue line. Went in on the breakaway, finished it off for his 16th goal of the year unassisted. 1-0 Jacksonville. They would take that 1-0 lead into the first break and into the second period. But it would be the Icemen getting on the power play for a chance to take the lead. But their Achilles heel caught up with them. Short-handed goal allowed. Michael Hunnebrinker, an unassisted goal, is 19th. Led a 2-on-1 rush, called his own number, and fired a shot in for the tally to tie the game up. 16th short-handed goal allowed by the Icemen this season. And the opportunistic Blades able to find a way to tie it up. Jacksonville would reclaim the lead later in the second period at 8:50. Guess who? Mike Hedden again, getting a nice feed from Dejan Mingo across the seam, and the shot would be taken by Hedden. The net was wide open. He buried it for his 2nd of the night, 17th of the year at 8:50. Mingo and Shiplow factoring in on that tally. 2-1 Jacksonville at that point. They would take that lead into the third period, and then the Icemen, for the most part, would kind of control. I really liked them in the neutral zone. They were really kind of controlling the play, never really allowed Florida to get set up. But the late power play for the Everblades. We talk about their opportunistic ways, and 5 seconds into that chance, Derek Shepard has shot, stopped by Carlson, but Angeli, one of those big bodies there at the top of the crease to bang home the rebound, ties the game up at 15-28. Angeli's 11th, set up by Shepard, a power play goal, tied the game at 2. And that would ultimately force overtime. Both teams with some chances in overtime. And really, before we got to overtime, hats off to Adam Carlson on some of those unreal saves to keep it a close game. And again, keep it into overtime. Both teams getting a point. Both teams had their chances. The Icemen had 2 breakaways, one by Lynch and one by Hedden for the hat trick. And Johnson coming up big. As I welcome back Arlie, because of all the saves and opportunities Icemen generated and all the saves Johnson made, it was the shot from a tough angle that he got a piece of. Kind of an innocent-looking shot, but that's the one that gets the job done as Mingo wins it at 3:51, his 6th, set up by Lynch.
I'm still not even sure how that puck even went into the net, but I'm not even concerned,
yeah.
really. It crossed over the goal line, and what is done is done. But really, I think the bottom line is, after the first probably 60 seconds of overtime, Jacksonville absolutely dominated the rest of that overtime period for about 2.5, 3 minutes straight. It was nothing but 5-star chances for Jacksonville. I think Cam Johnson stood on his head just to get it that far into overtime, so you certainly can't fault him. And I know Mike Hedden was your #1 star tonight, and well-deserved with his 2 goals, but I would absolutely make Dejan Mingo a 1A, not just for that game-winning goal in overtime, but the pass that he made for Hedden's 2nd goal in that second period was an absolute thing of beauty. You alluded to Adam Carlson. Maybe in about the opening 30 minutes or so of this game, he was good, but didn't need to be great because the Icemen defense was so good. Well, in the closing minutes of this game, he had to be great, or else it would have been, perhaps an even more heartbreaking loss than it was 2 weeks ago against Florida. But he made 2 absolute sparkling stops to get this game to overtime. If either of those saves are not made by Carlson, then I don't know where this team would have gone from here for the rest of the season, to be honest. I mean, that could be a month-altering sequence of saves from Adam Carlson, and ultimately it resulted in a huge 2 points for Jacksonville.
Yeah, and it's a good point, Arlie, because we were saying it was a game-saving type save, but maybe in this regard, in the situation and the circumstance, a season-saving, depending on how it plays out. Because you're right, if Florida wins this game in that fashion, as good as the Icemen were tonight, it'd been tough to bounce back from. The recovery would have been pretty tough. I know I would have gone on, Matt.
You might have broken more than 1 pen this time.
I know it, right? I'm going to have to go to the store and get some more. But, no, without question, it was a big stop and a big-time save from a guy that has really he's been the workhorse for this club. And Adam Carlson, you got to give it to him. He's been asked, he's taken on a lot right now, being the go-to guy in net and having to play so many games in such a small amount of time. And you're right, the Icemen just they want to do everything they can for him because he puts it out on the line every game. And they need to go out there and get those goals and get the offense to support him. And today against a very good club, they got enough of them done to get this one finished off.
And give a lot of credit to the team defense also for Jacksonville to keep things away from Adam Carlson for the most part. Again, aside from those couple of saves with just over a minute left in regulation. And if I'm going to single out one defensive player tonight, aside from Dejan Mingo with his offensive prowess with 1 goal and 1 assist, if I'm giving a 4-star, it's Chase Harrison tonight.
Yeah, he was really
Nothing
good.
In the scoreboard at all. He was an even rating, no assists, no goals. I don't even know if he had a shot on goal. It doesn't matter to me. I thought he was brilliant tonight, playing exactly the way that Chase Harrison is supposed to, keeping people away from the net, standing guys up in the corner, getting sticks in lanes, not allowing pass opportunities. And I thought he maybe had the game of his season for Jacksonville.
He was very sound, Arlie. He made so many great plays. Again, looking at his numbers, just zeros across the board. But you know what? That could be a Chase Harrison game. I mean, he's a simple player that makes the simple plays, and when he does, he's really good. And he was dialed in, made all the right plays, nothing flashy. Everything was smart about his game. And then when he got in his one-on battles, he won those and made the smart, safe plays. And that's what the Icemen need. They don't need their defensemen to do a whole lot. Dejan Mingo's he's a different type of defenseman. He can go set up the plays and move the puck up the ice. Iceman defenders, they've had some struggles defensively, but I think it's when they try to do too much, when they get into trouble, and they just needed them to play simple games, simple defensive play, and if they can do that, that's really going to help their cause, because the chances will come. We've been seeing that here lately.
So you knew that the Icemen were going to have to defeat some good teams in order to have some great teams in order to have a shot at the Kelly Cup playoffs. They needed games like this